because this is gonna be a jump cut when this goes live on Twitch. Or not Twitch, YouTube.
YouTube.
And welcome everybody. I know this seems a little bit abrupt, but I just me forgetting to look over something is a sure sign that I'm an idiot. But yeah, back here with some more Underground 2. Gonna hopefully get Stage 4 done, as well as the outrun events and all the other stuff, and then we shall at least try to get some of Stage 5 done during the stream, but there's probably no chance I'm getting it done in this one stream only, because Stage 5, it goes on for a very long while. If you're trying to 100% it like I am. I mean, I still gotta do the remaining events here, then I gotta get in that Escalade again and do the SUV events.
Because SUV events.
Big heavy!
Yep.
Big heavy man.
Big heavy stroke.
I also, one thing I needed to do, I had to turn the music down a little bit because it was apparently still loud enough for me to get copyright, so it's unfortunately people watching this will barely hear it. I'm sure they didn't really hear it much anyways, despite that, but apparently now that was still too loud, and YouTube was all like, no! So, it's pretty much nearly completely turned off at this point.
Music where you can hear all of us piss about constantly.
I mean, it's an acquired taste for some.
Acquired taste. Yeah, everyone loves it. I'm sure of it.
Also, I'm waiting. I've noticed something hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for when Weirdo just randomly comes in, donates iPads, and fucks off.
I mean, Weirdo usually at least sticks around for the most part.
Well,
it's a whole day stage and it's BS, yeah. And to Speed Bro, if you're trying to host, basically what you do, there's like there should be like a host button nearby, like below the stream, and then you just press that, and that's how you host. So much rice. Where is the sweet and sour chicken? Who needs a chicken? Ow!
So
ask Uncle Ben's for that.
I have new Discord channel if you'd like to join.
You might need to send me the link. Thank you, Denny, for the host. Oh!
Oh shit, I'm in a game of Black Ops right now, so I can't actually do anything.
Well, do it when you can.
Yes. These fucking dogs need to piss off.
Oh.
And thank you, Soccer, for the host. I could try. I have the option to try that low latency thing on Twitch, but I think we're gonna do it like an experiment stream before I start implementing that.
Oh.
I tried it. It's actually really good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to look in. I might have to try it out then. But I still want to do like a test stream of some sort, so I might just do like a late night stream or something. Because again, my roommates don't care if I'm talking at night, which is the one good thing. Okay, shush you.
What?
Quiet you.
Please, I want to hear.
That also works too, Xbox Gamer. Thank you for pointing that out, because I kind of forgot about that method. Oh, he got a spin out.
Spam.
Spam. Oh no, not the spam. And there he goes. He figured it out. Thank you for the host, Speed Bro.
But we're missing the steamed hams with spam. No, that sounds bad.
1 second, I'm just checking something really quickly. Okay, I've done and checked my thing. So for those of you wondering, next couple days I'm gonna hopefully try to figure some stuff out in terms of uploading stuff. If I can get some time in tomorrow, I'm probably gonna properly sit down and record some grid, because that thing really needs to get picked up again for me, because I seem to be really bad with just letting that just sit there. I need to actually have like the inspiration to actually go and fucking do it. But I think now that I've got the better internet now again, I should hopefully that should make things better for me. So
It's almost like the situation with LRC. Oh, did I just say that out loud?
Well, I don't know. It sounded more like mumbling, but This track has a bit of a slight difficulty curve. I remember doing stage 4 this whole time with my riced out Peugeot 206 and feel like a godly ricer at this point. Well, you're in a 206, so you're already off to a good start in the rice department.
My Honda Civic is
Swap that out for a course.
overpowered.
Well, highlight reel episode 13, Dorset. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't take 2 months to get it out. I've already got plenty of clips because it took me so long to get episode 12 out. But episode 13 will I'll hopefully have that out sooner. At least, I'd say give it I'd say hopefully within 2 weeks or so. But we'll see, because it all just depends on when I get clips in too. Like, I could get it out within 2 weeks and not have much show up by the time, and then it might take a little while to get some stuff for episode 14. I suck at this track. Should have gone with a Corsa. I mean, I could have, but at the same time, it's the fucking Corsa, which is like, why? Why would I do that? I don't want to be a chav.
Fucking chavs.
But you got shit in me my bricky. I don't even know how to say it.
I don't even know what you just said.
My bricky man.
Fuck.
Here's the funny thing.
Okay, that wasn't much actually.
There's your mom gay.
Here's the funny thing about this game. They had the Peugeot 206 and they had the Corsa. The one car that was missing from this game was a Citroen Saxo.
Oh, that actually would have been perfect. And you say 206 and you say 20. And no. You say no.
Late 90s,
Inferno. You say 206. That's the 206 is in the North American version as well.
Like,
I heard two. Yeah, I was about to say I heard two. Like I was like 206 is in both versions. It's the 106. Your Mazda gay. Excuse you.
What?
The Corsa has the hella gay. Thunder is doing his best AC/DC impression and thunderstruck that car. Boo!
L.
You fucking suck. You fucking suck.
Okay, let's not go that harsh. The Citroen Saxo probably would have been a really good addition.
There you go. Invite sent.
No. Oh god. Says like an elongated two-wheel section there, I think.
But Franco, you say the Saxo will be the perfect chav simulator, but the Vauxhall Corsa, come on.
I mean, it's a Vauxhall after all.
Vauxhalls are normally driven by bland people, chavs.
Oh my god, these last section of corners I fucking can't do, apparently.
yeah, I always had trouble with those corners.
It's not so bad going in the opposite direction, but going in this direction is just no.
It equals fuck off. Hey, there goes someone.
Hang on, I'm just gotta check my things here real quick, make sure everybody can be heard.
Everybody can be heard.
Beep.
Someone was coming through a little bit quietly, so I had to turn them up.
Was it me?
No, especially not you, Torrid. You're loud and clear.
That's good.
It might have been me. Cause,
no, you're loud and clear too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's me, most likely.
No, you're loud and clear too.
Loud and fucking clear.
In fact, actually, I need to check my thing.
He's out and proud. I've found that
Apparently,
he might.
Thunder can't drive. Well, he can't drive, actually.
What if I tell you I'm the one driving and Thunder is commentating for me? I mean, that if only that were true. In which case, it would probably, who knows, make maybe a or no difference.
You know, that's so bad for people.
I have the driving skills of a drunk chav. Yes, because a chav drives an RX-7, clearly.
Yeah, and also
never know,
here's
they
another
might.
thing. Here's
I
another
mean,
thing. If
Let's take.
Thunder was driving like a drunk chav, he would have wrapped the car around a tree about 3 times now.
I mean, if you want to paint it black, then you can look like a Mandem.
No.
Well,
Just
mine is the
Do
BMW.
not say that ever again. You will be shot.
I mean, you could just restart Discord, Bobbert, or your
I
computer.
mean, there's a lot of things that I say that get me shot anyway. So
Does that include saying the word German?
what?
What does saying the word German have anything to do about with it?
Because Germans will have you shot for doing something wrong.
Oh,
Man, I don't care.
Mozzarella flavored ruffles.
I'm gonna die someday. Might as well go out on the blaze of
Mozzarella
glory.
flavored ruffles? What?
So basically cheese flavor.
what?
I don't know either.
You know, it's better pickle flavored Lay's potato chips.
Oh yeah, dill pickle.
Yeah, dill pickle.
That's common here in Canada.
We don't get those here. We usually just get the classics, the baked, the sour cream, and whatnot.
Hashiroku98, thank you for the follow. Welcome to HD Beach.
Hey. Welcome
But
to
the one thing
Underground.
But the one thing I have seen recently over here is they're starting to bring in Pringles lightly salted, and I've never seen those until recently.
You've got HD Beach, I've got the House of Tarn.
I suffer from this terminal condition called HG Beachitis.
Chicken and
HD
waffles.
Beachitis. No, it's called HD syndrome.
I could use it.
It's like, I don't know if it's just me or the AI in this track just seem to go a lot really quick for some reason, but I'm having a lot of trouble here.
I think they're
Turns
doing
out,
it
yes.
really heckin' fast. Yeah, they're doing a heckin' fast over there.
Like, I was trying really fucking hard to get up to that Lancer there, but to no avail. Bloomin' onion fungans. What?
What?
Jeez, it's like it's trying really hard just to get up to it. It's like, I don't know.
You're driving too hard, slow down.
Slow down. That may just make me be farther away from it.
You're still driving too hard, slow down.
Wow.
Wow, harsh.
Oh, never mind. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, like
Oh, trust. Sorry.
like right there. It's like what happened earlier is the guy in that Lancer hit the wall and lost no speed. Like no speed was lost.
And nothing of value was lost.
Everything of value was lost.
My dignity was lost.
We had weirder flavors, Dorset. In the 70s, we had chicken tikka masala.
What?
What?
Yeah, basically curry
Question
flavor. Indian curry flavor, basically.
That just seems weird.
Around in the 70s then.
Oh god, try.
We also
It's really
had
hard to read.
mint with-
This track
Sorry.
is so short, and you can't. There's not a lot of high speed section. It's really hard to read the chat as a result.
There was also minted lamb chop flavor.
Oh, that orange juice is good.
That delicious orange juice.
Juice of oranges.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna refrain from that again.
Come on. Okay, I'm in the lead now. Can I actually hold on to it? That would be nice.
Yes, it will.
Okay, I just gotta keep my focus on in front of me.
Trust me, the most horrid flavor of crisps I've ever tried.
If you say
Was-
barbecue, I will kill you.
No, it wasn't barbecue. It was much worse. In fact, I actually
Marmite?
like barbecue.
It is indeed Need for Speed U2. Wouse.
Meanwhile, I think barbecue is the worst flavor.
Yeah.
Kappa.
Barbecue is the worst flavor. Said no one ever.
No, that's what I did.
Inferno, do you mean Marmite?
But I did get
No,
Inferno
I
as a
haven't
spawn.
tried Marmite.
That is just horrendous.
Well, the flavor I remember was when Walkers were doing them experimental flavors,
Oh no!
and you can probably guess which one I'm on about.
Oh no, it's not that one, is it?
Chili and fucking chocolate.
Yes, that was the worst flavour the world has ever known. But be glad that in Canada land you didn't get that fucking flavour.
Chili and chocolate flavored chips.
Yes, that
What
did
the
actually
fuck?
exist once.
Hell.
And trust me, I tried one. I was like, oh, I tried one. Put the old bag in the fucking bin.
I don't blame you.
That were revolting.
There were other flavours as well. There was sausage and mash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Actually wouldn't sound too terrible, but it,
No,
Okay.
that sounds worse than these. I don't know if y'all get them in the UK or in Canada, but here we get these jelly beans. Pretty much what it is. It's like these
Oh,
randomized
it's not the bean
jelly
boozled
beans.
shit, is it?
Yeah,
Yes, I've had them.
I've never had. I've only had. Well, actually, I've had one. I regretted it ever since, and now I don't.
Yes.
Never wanted to
Thunder
do
knows all too well.
hey, Torin, you should do that again at some point.
No.
Come on, it'd be funny.
I'll do a challenge.
I
Well,
mean, pay me $10 and I'll do it on my birthday in a couple months. So
I'd have to find where they sell Bean Boozled because I would actually do it.
You can get them on Amazon.
I can just ship one to you if you want it.
You don't really need to ship me food. Because that usually never goes well.
Ironically, though, probably the tastiest bean of them all was toothpaste.
I mean, it's just mint.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go down here to the next one. Okay, this one looks like it will be a bit faster. We got a Golf, we got another Lancer, and then we got an Impreza.
And another Golf, and another Golf, and another Golf.
Sure. I make people buy games. What is this monotony?
Monotony?
I don't know. I that's the word that popped in my head for some reason. I don't know. And I have no idea why.
For a second, I thought you said monogamy.
No, monotony.
Yeah, you're married to the game.
Is that what that monogamy means?
Monogamy means married and open.
Well, what does monotony mean then, or whatever?
Monotony?
Fuck.
Monotony means lack of variety and interest.
Oh. Well, let me try that again. I made someone buy a game. What is this doohickey? I don't know.
What is this atrocity?
I wouldn't call it an atrocity. That's a bit much. Ugh.
Okay, everything just died.
Dead.
Yes. The word you're looking for is malarkey. Thank you. That is the word I'm looking for.
For some reason, it had me thinking of bull malarkey is what I used to usually say.
The car is... It's a horse and cart.
Huh?
Car is a horse and cart.
Right.
Whoa! Fuck. That was
It's
a
a very
really
fast
close call with
car.
everything.
Right. I'm posting a link in the response channel. Because I found one was on that earlier.
Mozzarella.
That guy is dead, yes. Alrighty.
Chili and chocolate builders breakfast. Onion something, I think. Crispy duck and what?
Yes, that was an actual flavour. Crispy duck.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrible.
Flavors that can be weird sometimes.
I mean, crispy duck
Welcome to the
itself.
United Kingdom.
If I'm honest,
Ta-da!
yeah, crispy duck itself sounds horrible, even in chip flavor.
Yes, it does. It actually sounds worse than the chili and chocolate.
Well, according to the comments made
That got
by,
a bit intense at the end, but hey, we got it.
according to the people who tasted all these, worst was apparently the builder's breakfast because
Oh God, Builder's breakfast.
because all they could taste was
breakfast.
egg.
Oh, just egg.
Ew, I hate it. Speaking of,
Breakfast.
They should make a
It's
flavor
literally
now,
just an
'cause-
egg and bacon sandwich for those wondering.
you know what they should do now? Speaking of that, they should make pickled eggs as a flavor to add to the.
No,
Disgusting
please.
for her though. Because it's bad enough over here at one of the gas stations nearby. They sell like them in jars.
Sprint race.
What shit brand pickled onions?
Pickled eggs.
Eggs.
Like really put them in pickle juice. But that's what you get for being in the South.
Ta-da! So this shortcut is absolutely pointless.
I wonder if we ever get a KFC flavor.
Probably at some point.
That would actually be something that I
Pickle.
would actually enjoy.
You know what? That would actually be
Deep fried
a rather
butter.
cool
What?
idea. Walker's Crisp teaming up with KFC, Burger King, Pizza Hut, and whatever else they can
Please.
think of.
Okay, Pizza Hut, fine, just not Domino's.
I like Domino's.
Domino's fucking sucks
ew.
over here.
Domino's is one of the better
for some-
ones over here. Apparent. Maybe my taste buds are just shit. Who knows?
No, Domino's here is shit.
Here in America, I think that they outdo
joking.
and I think. since
No,
we're-
I don't want to lose to a green A3. And I'm not going to. Yes.
refuse to die.
That was a bit of a short one.
No. I was about to ask if Canada has Little Caesars, but I don't think y'all do.
Yeah, we have Little Caesars here.
I mean, they're good in my honest opinion.
They're eh.
Yeah. I mean, for $5, hey, you can't beat that. Well, I'm pretty sure you can. Make your own.
You can't beat the meat.
Oh, I like beating the meat.
Too bad.
Oh.
Well, we all know Thunder likes to beat the meat. Someone else's, but you know.
I don't know why, but like for whatever reason over here, Domino's is pretty damn good. I guess Canada's Domino's is like where they have actually got their brains where they've got their brains.
You know what I've not seen yet that they've advertised the DXPs that they're supposed to come out, I think this year or next year.
Honestly,
God, that RX-8's ugly.
probably the best pizza place, at least around my area, is Frank and Benny's.
And Frank and Benny, you make some good pizza.
They make some damn good pizza. At least the one I go to.
Oh, it's a chain.
I haven't
Yeah.
been to Frankie and Benny's for quite a while, and last I remember, the pizzas there were fucking amazing.
They are the best.
I mean,
Well,
the closest Frankie and Benny's I've got is in this trading park that's
What trans? I mean,
But
I just use automatic because I can't really be bothered to change it in this game.
because where Frankie's and Benny's is literally just next to the Odeon Cinema.
No, Frank and Benny's, not Frank and Betty.
Frank and Betty.
well, I gotta try that and Tim Hortons because I hear Tim Hortons is good.
Tim Hortons is like the biggest thing in Canada, and like anywhere you go, you'll find a Tim Hortons eventually.
Just like Starbucks.
Frankie's and Benny's. Why am I going this way? Oh,
Because you are.
that doesn't actually matter. Doesn't really hurt to go that way. Was there ever an explanation for what happened with the blue flashing sky shenanigans and Weirdos Underground clip? It's probably just a modern Windows error with the game.
Windows shenanigans.
Either that or it's just a glitch that happens in the game full stop. Like
But
on
you
a
should
rare
probably have
occasion.
that in- My bad. Well, I was gonna say maybe I'm surprised that you didn't have that happen to you, but I guess
I think it did have it. Not on stream, but at least off of it for something. I don't remember what exactly though.
so. I guess it must be a modern Windows thing. I guess.
Probably. But yeah, the Twitch low latency thing, I'm definitely going to be experimenting with that real soon.
That means you can get near instantaneous chat.
It would definitely make stuff like Jackbox streams really good too, because not as much delay.
Yeah.
I know Arrow has been using it, and I've seen it. The latency is definitely a lot less. It's like 2 seconds now or something.
Yeah.
Or at least somewhere in that ballpark. Probably maybe 3 seconds, but still, it's much better than 10.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as low as caffeine, because fuck me, half a second.
Caffeine doesn't. I don't even think it's half a second. I think it's even less than that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think like 0.1 second is what it was, but don't quote me.
Anyways, what's up?
Apparently, Frankie and Benny's
Thank you.
do
I do like this RX-7 too.
they do delivery.
If you had to eat one piece of joint for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yours would be Papa John's. That That's a bit of a hard question for me because there's a lot of different pizza chains I tend to like. I've already mentioned I like Domino's over here in Canada. And I guess it's just because maybe the Domino's we get around us just tend to be a lot better.
Yeah.
So
For me,
but honestly, it's like for me, it's a hard question because it's like there's a lot of pizza chains I've never been to. Like I've had Pizza Hut before and they're I've had Little Caesar before and they're I've had Papa John's and they're actually alright. And I've had Domino's and for some reason I quite like them, I guess, which makes me dumb. Because it seems to be in the unpopular opinion.
for me, it would either be not pizza, Domino's, or this place.
And I think
called
Pizza in Canada, which is one of the bigger pizza chains, is really overrated.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Wait, it's not even
Finally,
evening.
it works.
Yay!
Yay!
Miracle.
Well, no, here was the problem, right? Did you get like an update for April, the Windows build?
Yeah,
I
so
believe
got
so.
the update.
It turned off the permissions thing, like allow apps to use your microphone. It turned that off. That was the issue.
Oh.
God, sometimes I love Microsoft. So, what
Damn
did
it.
I miss?
Damn it, Michael Soft.
Microsoft.
What did I miss?
Me trying really hardly to beat a track for a while, and me, I think, about to have to redo this track, because god damn it.
Are we on stage 4 or 5?
4.
4.
four.
Okay. Okay.
I was wondering why what's going on? Okay, there we go, it's fine.
Okay, stuff happened.
So I see in the chat we're talking about pizza.
Yes.
See, I like what Dorset said, Domino's or Little Caesars. See, here's the thing. Domino's is good, but Little Caesars tastes like trash unless you're desperately hungry.
Like, Little Caesars to me, I'm not the biggest fan, because I feel like, because it kind of just feels, in my opinion, I feel like sometimes it just tastes like cardboard.
I mean, that's kind of right. Just don't get well, honestly, like, their plain pizza's all right. Just don't get the pan. It's, like, super greasy, and the crust is just, could be better. But for me, I'm a Domino's person.
I'm a Frankie and Benny's person. Their pizzas are the best in the world.
Speaking of Domino's, I just had Domino's like not too long ago. Like
Yeah,
a week.
at least, yeah, over here, though, I find Domino's is pretty damn good, in my honest opinion.
I find it okay, personally. Like I said, the pizza's okay. It's just, if you're desperately hungry and need a pizza on the double, you go to Little Caesars. But honestly, if the chain was more kind of westward, because mostly they're all out in like East Tennessee, North Carolina onward, there's a pizza chain called Hungry Howie's. Now that is some killer pizza. It could topple Domino's with ease, honestly.
One day I need to just go to try out some pizza places around me. I think I live nearby a local one, and I should try them at some point.
I got a couple local ones I should try too. Like they specialize in brick oven pizza, and brick oven pizzas.
Oh, brick oven pizzas are good.
Yes. Hungry Howie's is way too expensive, but it's good.
There must be a place in Austin that does the brick oven pizzas, and they're good.
Yeah.
There's a truck stop in the city where I live that's so I never really had it, but it sounds like it's pretty good.
Oh, truck stop pizzas. Oh,
Did you really reach 80 million sales around the world? That's
Yes.
a lot.
Gran Turismo in total for every game in the series has now combined to sell over 80 million units.
80 million copies. I don't even think Spyro and Crash Bandicoot combined did that.
Nope.
They ever reached that level. That's amazing. And see, it's like, from what I've noticed, when most people play video games, it's not the racing genre. It's always like FPSs nowadays and action adventure and all that. But 80 million from a racing franchise.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, seriously though, 80 million it sold 80 million copies across the entire franchise, and it's a racing series. You'd think it wouldn't reach that high.
We have a pizza joint in Jackson, me, called Clavons. It's stuffed pizza.
Stuffed pizza, like cheese stuffed in the crust?
That's what I'm thinking when he says stuffed pizza.
Yeah. Like pizza, you know, speaking of that, pizza, I used to have a good stuffed crust pizza, but I don't, like, the last time I had it, the cheese tasted like dishwater.
My issue with pizza is I always find their pizzas are kind of, especially if you get stuffed crust, it's like the actual like dough part of it feels so thin and flimsy, and then the crust is just like the only, and then it's like the crust is like where it's at, and then it's like, so it's like really it feels like the rest of the pizza is only there just because it's just to make it an actual pizza and so it's not just the crust with all the cheese in it.
Honestly, I think DiGiorno stuffed crusts won, and Walmart store brand stuffed crusts can outdo Pizza Hut stuffed crust. You get what I'm saying? They can do that.
I think the same thing.
I mean, GT's a great series, and if I remember correctly, GT3 is the second best-selling PS2 game. That is correct. I believe the #1 best-selling PS2 game was San Andreas.
Yes.
Gran Turismo 1 is the best-selling PS1 game. Not second best, the best. And Gran Turismo 5 is the second best-selling PS3 game.
Behind GTA 5? Probably.
Maybe.
That's my best bet. Or no, was it Modern Warfare 2? It was one of the two.
I have no idea. Someone would have to look this up.
So I think GTA 5 should be next gen now because of all the
Not stuffed crust, it's more like Chicago style. You know what's funny?
Oh,
is
Chicago style.
Downtown Nashville.
Thanks for the host, Caleb.
Downtown Nashville, like, it's like right down the street from Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators play hockey. They're getting a Geno's East, the Chicago pizza chain that does Chicago style pizza. I can't wait to try that.
So, how is everyone in Nashville when the Predators got eliminated?
We're just like maybe, yeah, we're kind of disappointed. At this rate, I'm picking the Capitals to win it all because I'm not a big fan of the Jets. Sure, they got their great players and all that, but they're gonna get beat by Vegas because Vegas literally had everything handed to them this year.
Well,
but
Winnipeg did win Game 1 by like 5-2.
They won Game 7 the same interval as well. Pecorine was absent.
I don't watch American football.
We're talking hockey. It's North American hockey.
I don't watch hockey either.
Oh, hockey's fun.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing cool about hockey is the fights.
I mean, I would personally like to see the Jets go all the way because it's been like 25 fucking years since a Canadian team's won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, the last time a Canadian hockey team won the Stanley Cup was the Canadians in '93.
Yes, but that being said, the team
it is Winnipeg.
That's not the thing. I actually have never had a thing with that. The thing with me is that out of the 4 teams that's remaining, the team that I would like to see win the Stanley Cup would be the Tampa Bay Lightning, because I've always liked the Lightning.
Yeah, but they aren't doing so. They haven't been so hot the first 2 games against the Capitals. They've been annihilated by both, surprisingly, and the Capitals are known for choking.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, this is the first. This is the first time since they've had Ovechkin that they've even gotten to the conference finals. First conference finals since '98. Nashville, the town where they're used to losing because they have the Titans. Oh, don't go there. Dude. Actually, no, do go there because I don't care about the Titans. I'm a Packers fan. But that's another bad time for me because the Packers also suck right now. Yeah, well, they do. I won't lie, but I was keeping track of the players they're drafting. They're drafting some pretty good players, admittedly. Packers? Yeah, the Packers. That's all I've heard. I don't pay attention to the draft. I haven't been paying attention to football as much because the Packers is literally the only football team I actually really care enough to look into. That's it.
Yeah, it's that old school tradition, I suppose.
Oh, pardon me.
Ooh, Packers. What are you, a Vikings fan? So the Vikings suck. They got annihilated by the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Right, I've actually looked up the best-selling PS3 games, and sure enough, you were right. GTA 5 is first, with Gran Turismo 5 second.
Nice.
Here's the funny thing, though. Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, that actually sold more copies than Gran Turismo 6.
Yes, because Gran Turismo 6
Well, 5 Prologue was the...
disaster.
Well, I mean, like, 5 Prologue was kind of like the
It was a taste.
footstep into PS3. So everybody was kind of blown away by seeing GT5 Prologue. Because not everybody at the time had a PS3 and GTHD, you know?
The thing about it also, too, is that Gran Turismo 6 came out pretty much by the time the PS4 had just launched.
Yeah,
so a
the
lot
PS4
of
was already out.
So quite a few people held back from getting the game so they could get the PS4.
Right.
Because they had released it on the PS3's deathbed, basically.
And they always did complain about how bad the PS3 was to develop, was really terrible hardware to build a game on.
Yep, because it was far too complicated.
The cell architecture is still really shit, and I'm glad they
It
ditched
wasn't
that.
architect. I heard recently that architecture was recently, like, originally designed by IBM. Or something like that.
Maybe.
Also, I wanted to point out, Rival Cal, I'm like, since you're a Bears fan, I don't hate you as much because I could care less about the Bears. I just hate the Vikings with a burning passion.
I think if you're ever a Packers fan, you're kind of just expected to not like the Vikings in any shape or form.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, recently they got rid of Sam Bradford, and I'll give him that. That was a smart move. He is not a good quarterback.
What about the Seahawks?
No.
Nah. Although Pete Carroll did cheat in college.
Like the Seahawks is 15 minutes are up, basically. They had the couple good seasons. They had the Super Bowl win, and then they had that infamous moment the next Super Bowl, and then
run the ball.
And then that was it.
A burning passion. You may want to go get that checked. You want to get checked out for that. Grandfather was a diehard Cubs fan. Well, I mean, my grandfather was a diehard Redskins fan. Can you blame him?
I mean, I've always liked the Cubs because I just wanted to see the team actually do good for one fucking year, and thankfully.
Oh, they're talking about baseball. Whoops. I was thinking football.
And thankfully, 2016 was finally the year where they finally broke
The curse.
Yeah, the 108 years without a World Series finally broken in 2016.
That was actually a good World Series.
Oh,
Even though the Indians did blow a 3-1 lead.
That was what made it good. Is like the Cubs rallied from a 3-1 deficit to win it.
Yes. You know, I meant to say this earlier. Thunder. Another reason why the Predators kept losing all these playoffs is that, you know, President's Trophy curse. Last time that was broken was like 2013 with Chicago. But another reason was we were so bad about getting in the penalty box all the time with people like Ryan Hartman. The penalties we were prone to penalties and stuff, and we didn't play good defense. We like our key defense players like Ryan Ellis just look like ghosts on the ice.
I've never heard of the President's Trophy curse before.
President's Trophy curse. Basically, most teams that win it get eliminated, like in the second round at most. For example, the Capitals got eliminated last year in the second round. The Bruins before then got eliminated second round, or I think the semifinals. It's the last time, like I said, the odds were defied were the 2013 Chicago Blackhawks with the President's Trophy. It's a curse, and we fell to it. But, I mean, hey, at least we forced a Game 7 on Winnipeg, I suppose.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. But, like, I'll say it, I don't know, I can't hate the Jets, honestly, because they do have very good players. That
Yes.
goaltender there's, what's his name? Connor Hellebuck?
Something
Too
like
good.
that.
He's too good.
Oh no, don't do the urinating tree thing on him.
Pekka well, I already did it. Pekka Rinne's too good right now.
That's the first time in a while I've had a drag race in this game. Kind of feels
And
weird.
aced it on the first try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always hated them whenever I used to play this game as a kid. That and my reaction time was pretty garbage.
I want to point out that one of the drag races in Stage 4 was the one I had the most trouble with.
You're gotten
my
a bit
Civic
quiet.
Yeah, my Civic was a 5-speed. I was like, man, it'd be so nice to get a 6-speed transmission. So I kept attempting it multiple times with the same car, and I just didn't do it. And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm using the Tiburon.
Red Wings are the only team to win the President's Trophy and Stanley Cup in the season more than once. Is real? You know what? That actually doesn't surprise me.
I think that is actually true because 2002 and 2008.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
At least if my memory serves me correctly, because I know 97 they weren't the President's Trophy winners, and I don't remember about 98.
I don't think they won the trophy in '98, if I remember, because I do remember hearing that.
But yeah, the Wings were the President's Trophy winner in 2002, and they won it. And I believe they were also the winners in 2008, and they won it that year as well.
Well, I mean, and now you look at Detroit today, and now they're one of the biggest laughing stocks in hockey. Not as much as Ottawa, but not as much as Ottawa.
I even then I wouldn't say a laughing stock. It's just the years of all the players they had is like gone now, and they're at the point where they've now got to rebuild the team and try to get back what they had for so many years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, soccer said it there, 2002 and 2008. So I was correct on the 2 years.
Yeah. So
2002. But that being said, 2002, like the Wings were kind of everyone knew the Wings were going to win the cup that year, especially because by the time they got to the Stanley Cup Finals, they were basically playing against the Cinderella story Carolina Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. And then in 2005, they went on to go win the Stanley Cup. And now they're coaches with us. 06? Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Because 2005 was the lockout season.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The lockout season. I know it was in between those years. And then they went on to win the Stanley Cup the year after the lockout, and now it's like...
The most ironic thing, though, about the Hurricanes is they won the cup. It was the Hurricanes and the Oilers that made the finals in 2006. Neither team made it to the playoffs the following year.
They just fell apart. And what's funny is I think the after that season, I think Carolina's coach went to Philadelphia, Peter Laviolette. Now he's ended up with a coaching job here in Nashville. He led us to a Stanley Cup final, but never did give us a cup yet.
Maybe one day.
Maybe, yeah, that's what Pekka Rinne said. Soon.
That's
it's
what.
like, it'll happen.
That's maybe one day is what me as a Maple Leafs fan have been saying for like 50 fucking years now.
Okay, St. Louis.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Blues have never won the cup.
The Blues, and I don't think have the Sharks won a cup.
No, but they did make it to the finals in 2015.
Yeah, they did, and they lost.
Well, the Sharks have just kind of had a history of just never doing well in playoffs.
Well, if there's one thing we can all agree on, whether our favorite hockey team could be the Jets, the Predators, or maybe even the Avalanche, we can agree on one thing, is that the Penguins are assholes. But we don't have to worry about them anymore because Washington beat them.
I've actually never hated the Penguins, but I
just don't like Sidney Crosby and who's that guy? Hornqvist?
Oh, Hornqvist?
Not Malkin. Yeah, Hornqvist, because he used to be a Predator. Usually all the ex-Predators get a lot of hate, including Shea Weber.
Then he went to the hashtag the fucking Penguins.
Yep.
I love how that's basically the new meme for them now.
Yep.
Fucking Penguins.
Well, I mean, they're like the Patriots of hockey. Everybody hates them except their own people. And yes, they did mess up hard this year. And I'm glad because I don't have to see Sidney Crosby's smug-looking face anymore for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like that. It's like, I don't know. It's like it's really hard when you like a team that has not won a cup in either a very long time or never has.
And they get eliminated each year.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sucks because it's like I really want the team to do good, but it's like they never have enough to go all the way. Like
the
I was
Predators
not.
this year, they were just.
Like I was gonna say, I was not. I mentioned I was I mentioned I was a Maple Leafs guy, and they haven't won a cup in over 50 years. And even I was gonna say, even I said to myself, if they even make it to round 2 this year, that's gonna be really impressive because they don't have all the. Yeah, I know. They didn't have. They're still missing a few pieces before they can really make a good run for it. Which, to be fair, the Marlies, their AHL team is really fucking good. So they definitely have some good players coming up. Like the Marlies' main goaltender, Garrett Sparks. He has far and away been the best goalie in the AHL. He had a complete breakout year. He was so fucking good.
See, that actually surprised me. You keep up with the AHL. I don't do it as much, but
the Marlies is literally the only team I even keep up with.
The only team I keep up with is obviously the Milwaukee Admirals.
Thank you, by the way, Rhino and Bobbert, for the hosts.
Right, I must go now. I have work in the morning.
Oh, that's lame.
I shall see you all soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hang on, I got an idea.
Yeah. You got Shanahan and Babcock. They are both Babcock. Oh, did I say that wrong? Whoops.
Babcock.
Oh,
They recently let Lou Lamoriello go. The guy who was with the Devils for so many years, and
the sports talk is happening. Thunder's locked in an intense driver battle.
I mean, hey, it gives me something to talk about at least whilst playing this.
That's true.
That's my mentality of looking at it.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of me as well. But the thing I was going to say with the Admirals is that the Admirals have produced a lot of good players.
That's also true.
Yeah, I believe we had Victor Arvidsson, and I believe Victor Arvidsson was an Admiral. Because Philip Forsberg, I don't think, was one. Because he came from the Capitals.
There we go. Took a bit.
No, Arvidsson was not an Admiral. No, he was an Admiral. Whoops. So he played for the Admirals for one season.
Alright, thanks for stopping by, 13th Racer. Make sure to get that thing charged.
Yeah, charge that battery.
Sports!
Sports!
Call of Duty!
Wait. The last time the Admirals won an AHL championship was in 2003-2004.
Same year the Lightning won the Stanley Cup.
Really?
Yeah, 2003, 2000. Well, technically they shouldn't have. The Flames should have won the cup, but they got cheated out of what was clearly a goal.
Oh God, we got cheated out of a goal in the regular season this year against the Florida Panthers.
I remember that.
Oh, I hated that.
Anyway, sports.
Yeah,
I know.
Sports.
So, how are you today?
I just woke up.
Okay, that's good.
Sports?
So if you figure,
In the afternoon, feeling like a bitch.
Oh, what?
So have you figured out how to delete those old comments yet?
Oh yeah, I haven't bothered.
Oh,
'Cause
you
I
don't.
forgot about it.
Oh, so you just don't care. Like that surprised me.
care.
Like I wasn't,
I absolutely despise seeing those comments.
because it just you sit there thinking, Jesus Christ, this is how I was once 10 years ago.
And I've always slightly improved.
Just
Well,
check, yeah. Just
I
keep
mean,
my
you've
little
improved from at least a few years ago when you were like an edgy fuck.
Let's not talk about that.
Well, that's kind of Rhino's gig, is he appears out of nowhere. I don't know when he usually shows up. He just decides to.
Like a wild Pokemon.
But which wild Pokemon exactly? Oh,
Appears out of
fuck!
nowhere.
Holy shit.
Dead.
Oh, I gotta see it. Oh,
Fucking
did you?
dead.
Oh,
Oh, baby.
that's a nice 1080 that Pojo did.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Persia.
This is like, I gotta be honest, like these, you try playing this game on hard mode, the outrun events are just take forever to do because they always just find a way to catch up. That's the thing I'm starting to realize with this game is it has too many, it has the same problems as Underground 1 does where the AI is stupid.
That atomic rubber bending. That's what it is.
It's still not as bad as Underground 1 personally, but it's still there.
Yeah.
I should have just played it on medium and it probably would have been fine, but nah, it's too late for that. I'm not gonna change it.
The Forza 6 driving car.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. There is no way that car should have been capable of taking the sharp right-hander that fast.
I just saw that on the map. I call hacks on that actually.
I'm just watching him as he gets close and it's like...
Like he took it as if secretly that 206 is a Williams FW 14B with active suspension.
Pretty much. It's like a fucking formula for French.
Formula French.
Formula
Yes.
French. Interesting.
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
Not followed. Basically, it's like he's got ground effects and active suspension on that car. It's secretly the 919 Evo Porsche.
God, this fucking thing won't piss off.
No, it's an SRT Tomahawk.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a Tomahawk X.
It's a Tomahawk P.
Actually, I used that on one of the new events. Yeah, it just demolished it.
Yeah, speaking of Formula cars, I've noticed, like, I was watching some gameplay for the Crew 2, and they have, like, their own version of a Grand Prix racer.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I was clearly ahead of him when it did that.
Wait, what? Oh.
Welp.
That's fucking dumb.
Oh.
It's like it's like your typical hockey fan being like, what exactly is goaltending interference? That was like the goaltending interference of Underground 2 I've ever seen. Like, the biggest one.
Now that was just a bunch of cheese.
Yeah.
Nope. As he runs into the man. Oh!
Well, that person just died and gave up.
Dead.
Warning, GT effect.
He already pressed F to pay his respects.
It's like, I just quit.
You know, they kind of had an outrun mode in Carbon, but it was just kind of like point to point. Like, you ever in and people challenge you and all that. That one didn't make any sense for me, at least.
Hey kid, why don't you quit dodging and step up to the plate?
Oh, I remember
It was the only feature in Underground 2 that never returned. Actually, no, Street Cross didn't return.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Street Cross was cool.
If you want to go on technicality, URL didn't return.
Yeah, URL never did return. I mean, drifting did, but
Dude,
they...
we have URLs everywhere on the internet, come on.
Break the drift, whatever everybody hates nowadays.
Well, no, I'm talking about
Sorry, I was forced to
Carbon.
make that joke.
I'm talking about Carbon. Like, Carbon had drifting return, but it was so wonky.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually kind of quite like the drifting in Carbon. I don't know why people say it's
it was-
wonky.
It's not bad.
It was too fast paced.
Oh,
Like
Jesus
most
Christ.
modern day
Oh.
Need for Speeds.
I mean, I didn't like it as a kid, but now I want it. Now after
No!
watching it again, or watching someone do a let's play of it, it makes me want to go back to Carbon and try out this Speed.
Balls.
One thing I never really cared for in this era of NFS is the drag races.
No.
Mostly in Most Wanted.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
thing I have.
Those were just regular races, but you were restricted to a specific lane.
Pretty much.
And just really short.
I still think Payback was a mistake.
Still better than 20. It's still better than 2015.
Physics-wise, yes, it was better, but they still haven't learned that nobody really wants that break to drift. Nobody wants this neat. They don't want this Fast and Furious plot. They just want a nice, simple kind of like game that actually revolves around present-day car culture. Is it too much to ask for? Like 2015 was on the was kind of on a. They were kind of.
But the 5-year-olds like their action, explodey films.
And this is why Need for Speed will die a sad death if they don't get their shit
fucking hell.
together.
Well, they're gonna have to get
problem-
rid of a lot of ghosts in order to do that.
Well, Ghost is being basically stripped.
Mm-hmm. You mean Criteria 2.0?
Yeah.
Like seriously, the
Criterion
drifting is nice
Sweden.
and all. Like the drifting is nice, but the problem is it's overdone. I don't want to go around the corner 200 miles an hour going sideways. It's old. Please stop it, EA. For the love of God.
I mean, Dorset Payback actually has a plot compared to 2015, where that was just like, hey, dude bros, you want a dude bro?
That's
Give me a
actually-
monster.
See, 2015 got the car culture part right, but the dude bro stuff was like playing Dirt 2 and Dirt 3 all over.
Oh
again.
my god. I fucking watched that arrow spin around at like lightning speed.
I gotta see this.
I don't think they're.
Claims to.
Activate the rubber band.
I just need to get these done to unlock things. God. It's like, can a man just get this shit? Apparently not.
You know, honestly, I kind of wish it was possible, but if Ghost could take Need for Speed 2015, kind of beef up the content a little bit, and give it, like, let's say, the Underground 2 physics, like black box physics, I think you'd have a good game on your hands.
Possibly, yeah.
Or
Well,
they could just simply
black box
redo-
physics, so long as it's not under cover of the run.
Yes. Or they could just simply redo high stakes.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Suggestion: do a Gran Turismo 4 LP.
That would take a long time, actually.
There's so far only been one person stupid enough to actually do it complete, and he's right here.
I don't recommend.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
I sort of did GT Sport, but I got so tired of it. Then it's GT Sport's still a little
4
lackluster.
minutes 26. He still haunts us to this day.
How did you,
Maybe
did
ten-
you say GT4 was more enduring too, or GT5?
GT5 took longer.
So GT5 was more enduring.
Yes.
Need for Speed is WWE racing games. It will survive because of the name and they know people will buy it still.
Oh no, you poor.
The product gets worse
Yeah.
every single year. They're like, oh, we're gonna take 2
you
years.
you say that, but Need for Speed sales, like, you know, their sales have kind of been shown that that's not exactly always the case.
Payback sales, I think, dropped. I think Payback sales were pretty abysmal last I heard.
See, Thunder jumping
need
like
spoilers.
you mean it.
Yep, I think I need to do at least 3 more, and then I can get another thing for it. So I can go do that.
Okay.
Might as well go down here since this is where one of them is. Rhino GT4, the god of GT series, according to Speed Bro.
I am no god.
And yet this is the same guy who used.
Peasant
And yet this is.
Definitely-
with too much and not enough time on his hands.
Not enough time to get these hands.
I honestly don't think making HD remakes only is a good idea. Just look at I mean, granted, this is kind of a far-fetched expression, but the Yakuza series on PlayStation, they're basically doing remakes of the past games. And sure, they sell, but that's because they recently started marketing the series really hard over here in America.
Which they didn't do originally.
No, they didn't. And it's a good, but the thing is, though, is that the remakes, some bits have cut content and all that. Like the remake of the second game, as far as we know, since it's still out in Japan only at the moment, it's got some cut content in it. The first one didn't have as much, and it's a little weird. Need for Speed is
Maybe
really
I'm
dying.
gay,
Yes,
but-
it is.
I mean, we know that.
Need for Speed has been dying for a decade now.
Your moms told me it was your birthday, so I decided to give you the win.
Okay, there's the second one. Which just happens to be all the way at the top, near the top of the map. God damn it.
Yeah, I really have not. I think the last Need for Speed game I truly enjoyed, and I hate to say this, was like Most Wanted 2012, and that was for the online portion. Like, if you get a bunch of friends to play in a private lobby, that game becomes a lot of fun.
I agree with you completely on that sentiment.
Most Wanted 2012 was okay. It did it all right. But when you get like to Shift 2 Unleashed and Shift, and it's just like, no, this is where the series officially started dying.
Well, Shift 2 came out a year before Most Wanted 2012.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you get the idea. Most Wanted 2012 was not Shift 2 was garbage.
Shift 2, here's my honest opinion about Shift 2. It's a good game that's marred by poor handling physics.
Not more than that. The latency online was terrible. The balancing of the works conversions in other race cars was poor. Also, I could never. Yes, but my biggest complaint was I could never finish the FIA GT1 Championship because the game kept freezing up at Bathurst.
So basically, it's literally unplayable.
Yes, it was literally unplayable. It was literally unplayable almost every single portion of the game.
Hopefully, when I eventually get to Shift 2, I don't have that problem.
You might as well download a physics mod for that.
Oh,
as
that's
well.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
There's a physics mod for Shift 2, and I'm going to be getting that because, yes.
Most Wanted 2012. I actually enjoyed Most Wanted 2012's single player, sort of. Because at least there was something to do. More like
The first shift was actually honestly really good.
It was.
It was alright. It was alright. It took, well, I mean, it was really poor to market it as a sim racer, but it did immersion in terms of track racing really well.
Here's the honest thing: I don't think that game was ever gonna be marketed well as a sim racer if it has Need for Speed in the name.
Of course not. That's why Shift 2 was just Shift 2, and not. It was considered a spin-off franchise, and then it just failed. But Shift 1 was okay. It was okay. See, I will still always like it for the fact that it's made racing really immersive. Sure, Shift 2 had the helmet camera, but that did not help the fact that the game crashed a lot, and it was just poor.
Oh, I have Need for Speed Shift, not Shift 2.
I had Shift 1, but I gave it away.
All right, there we go. There's the Stage 4 outrun events done.
Like, Shift 2 was good.
Okay, I'm just gonna get the one at the top taken care of first because it's all the way up there.
Shift 1 on keyboard. Painful memories. Have you ever played NASCAR Heat on keyboard? It's terrible.
I played NASCAR Racing 1999 on keyboard. Does that
You
count?
want to you want a really really painful experience? Play this game on keyboard, Assetto Corsa.
I play it on controller already. It's very painful.
Yeah, but imagine it with a
Actually
keyboard.
I actually figured out how to make it fairly playable on controller.
How so?
Turn the
The
steering
creators
sensitivity
should
all the
break
way
off from EA. Yeah, they did break off from EA, made Project Cars, but that series still isn't justified. Because I
2 is alright. Like 2 is pretty good.
I
but it
never
still
did play
has
2, but
slightly bad bugs.
I heard the controller steering was still terrible. That was my reason why I never
don't
did
know
play
that
Project
because
Cars 1.
I only used my wheel with it, but still.
Yeah, I don't have a wheel anymore. It's broken. And it doesn't support... It's not supported for PS4.
Well, I don't think Rhino's wheel is either, but he has that Cronus Max thing.
Yeah. Of course, I haven't tried using it with my PS4.
What wheel?
G27.
Yeah, I think we're on the same... I think we're in the, same pile of shit, I suppose. See, at least you have a decent wheel, because I had the Driving Force GT, which was okay, but it was so loud.
Driving Force GT is still a really good budget wheel, personally.
Yeah, it was a fantastic budget wheel, yes, but it was so noisy. And then by the time it was made exclusive for GT5.
Pretty fucking loud too if you actually have any force feedback like in it.
I mean, like, okay, the Driving Force GT was great because it was meant for Gran Turismo 5. It did that feature really well, real-time adjustments and all that. The problem was when GT6 came out, they basically got rid of real-time adjustments, at least for online, so the Driving Force GT's main selling feature was useless. Other than that, it was a good wheel. I have the original force feedback by Microsoft. You know what's funny? I used to have the original flight stick from Microsoft, the one that was bundled with Windows or Flight Simulator 95.
I went to a game store
Yeah.
not too long ago, and I actually saw in a box that fucking Mad Catz MC2 wheel that's made for like the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube all in one.
God.
I was tempted, but there was no price tag on it, so I was like, fuck it.
I don't miss Mad Catz one bit. They were honestly the worst third-party gaming company I have ever seen in my life.
Mad Catz is
One of them.
alive again.
Wait, what?
Oh, they got
Back-
resurrected?
Yeah,
Wait,
but
who picked them up?
some other company bought the rights, their assets out for the most part, and they're mostly sticking to the PC side of things. It seems with like keyboards, mouses, headsets, all that kind of thing.
Well, you guys know what to do. Don't buy that stuff.
Well,
Never buy a Triton headset unless your ears are like super duper tiny.
oh, they don't. Triton was not picked up.
And what are they going to do with Triton?
I guess whoever decides to buy out the Triton branding.
That poor soul. I mean, their headsets in terms of build quality are much better than Turtle Beach's, but if you got to have super duper tiny ears in order to wear them. I could not wear my Triton headset, so I bought me some Razors.
I once
because-
remember when Rhino used to do Turtle Beach headset videos for his commentary.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh no. I went through 2 pairs of Turtle Beaches, and I will never do that again.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
put it
just
this.
play it.
And now with my now here it's like on Discord I got like a really good Sennheiser headset mic, and then on my stream I have my Yeti, which sounds like sex.
Yeah.
Although I would,
those
although I
Yeti
would,
mics are good.
although I really would like, I still would really want to get an AT2020 because I personally think those are better.
Good mic, yes. That's what
Yes.
I use.
Ooh, Logitech has made amazing controls. They make amazing keyboards, I know
Yeah,
that,
it's like-
but I don't like their headsets.
I still remember when Rhino found that like that first headset thing he used. He found he took a picture of it and then immediately destroyed it.
Turtle Beach?
As in throwing it in.
Question mark?
Close enough.
Also, I want to respond to something in chat about the whole Underground 3 thing. It's, the thing is, it's already happened. It's called Carbon. And then it happened again. It's called NFS 2015.
2015, yeah.
So Underground 3 exists, just not by name.
I mean, Carbon was originally supposed to be called Underground
what's-
3 in development.
What's this Twitch name?
It's like the Sonic Adventure 3 thing. It's like we've had Sonic Adventure 3 3 times. It's called Sonic Heroes. It's also called Sonic 06. It's also called Sonic Unleashed.
See, what's this guy's name here? Reflexor? I don't know if Twitch translated that name right, but like...
Reflexor is what I see.
Yeah.
I think that's correct, though.
NFS 2015 was a step in the right direction. Yes, with better physics, customization, and more cars. Of course, they didn't listen because EA's like, hey, cut the support early. And then make another Need for the Crew, Theft, Burnout, Paradise, Vice, San Andreas game, you know.
At the same time, you can't really blame EA for dropping the game because of how much of, you know, failure it was.
I'm gonna go
I
track
still think
sect.
I still think they should have just like made a sequel to 2015 with better physics and all that. Because I think they screwed up with Payback badly.
Personally, in my opinion, like 2015 doesn't even really appeal to me, even with the direction it was going for, because I just don't like the whole dude bro thing.
Well,
I mean, I can laugh
okay.
at the dude bro shit, which is fine with me. It's just
Okay, here's the thing. The car culture stuff was right. I separate the dude bro stuff from the car culture stuff in that game.
Fair.
same.
That's the reason why I don't go back and play Dirt 3 or Dirt 2, because the dude bro stuff is so bad.
I actually couldn't go back to play Dirt 3, because in Dirt 3 it's not even that bad. It's honestly not even that bad.
Ken Block is gay.
Well, no, like
And
every
plus-
time you
and
do
plus-
a single, well, no, every time you do a single player race, you get that, dude, bro, put that stuff on YouTube, man.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
think in general with Codemasters games around that time.
I just filter
Yeah.
that shit out, anyways. But here's the thing, though. It's like
Remember
one of the
ESPN
reasons I still
logo
think.
plastered everywhere in Grid 2.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I still here's the thing. I still think as a game, Dirt 3 is really good, and I have that. I especially, and it's better now because I have that one graphics mod that basically takes, it modifies the colors and tints. It uses like the same thing that was in like, what is it, Dirt Rally or something, and
Best Dirt ever
it
made.
makes the game look so much better. Like it's, like it, you know, because it. Like, you know how in the menus it's like all greenish and stuff?
Yeah.
That mod gets rid of all the green, makes it look like it's like what it was originally designed as, which is like a white background and stuff. It looks so much nicer.
Somebody on their phone?
You can, like, mute yourself.
I'll be back in a little bit.
I'm confused. I don't hear a phone. So maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know.
It's okay. Someone was talking on the phone without their mic muted.
Oops.
I moved them. Even though they never appeared in the other room, but okay. The problem has been dealt with. That's all it needs. That's all that matters.
Thank you. That stuff kind of annoying when you score a new time in Dirt 3, but there aren't too much dude bro stuff than in Dirt 2. Yeah, Dirt 2 was like the big the big dude bro thing of it. That and Dirt Showdown.
I think Dirt 3 had more of it, to be honest.
I don't know. I think Dirt 3 I felt tried to go back to a more like it attempted to try to go back more to to like a more proper rally thing than in Dirt 2, but it's still there. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
And also because Ken Block is gay and all those memes.
Uh-huh.
Shit, I got a problem here. I don't like any of these spoilers. The Lynx one would be alright if there wasn't like a section of it just
The
missing.
first one looked mildly okay for this car.
Yeah.
Kind of agree.
The Shockwave is fine, but I prefer what's already on it though. That's the thing. But yeah, fuck it. I'll just get the Shockwave and just put him on
Shockmaster.
as he
I got the
passes the
wing
torch
with
of
the,
Titus World Slide.
Split in the middle. For my playthrough. It's like, oh, this isn't a full wing. Okay.
All right. One more special event, and then I think all that's left after that is to do the URL races and then the street crosses that are my sponsor races, and then stage 4 will be done. Hooray!
Yeah.
And then I can do some stage 5, and then for a little while, and then probably might do another stream later tonight. I have no idea if I want to do a test stream with the low latency thing on Twitch now. See, I want to see how that works. I mean, Arrow's been using it, and it looked like it was working really good. And Torrent says he's used it, and it says it works really good. So I'm curious to try it myself.
I'll have to apply that to my stream as well.
I just didn't do it in this one because I just wanted to get the thing all set up and working like normal.
Yeah.
Hey man, you should upload that clip to YouTube. Your fans will love it. I do a good impression at pulling off a voice that people would want to punch me in the face for.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to put the highlight clip of that epic photo finish in the last.
Is this the one where it's like in the drag race where I just get it at like the last 100 feet or something?
It was the last time you recorded, Thunder. Yeah. But I still need to put that in the highlight reel because that was freaking great.
Fair enough.
Honestly, Dirt Showdown didn't feel very dude bro to me. It was just
I
silliness.
guess yeah, I suppose, but the announcer is just ugh.
I don't even remember the announcer.
It's the same guy who from Dirt 3 was like, post that clip on your YouTube.
Oh. I guess I'm more numb to that than most people because that didn't bother me. I was just like, okay.
I don't know. Maybe maybe I just need to stop.
I was just about to
I
say,
seem to be more accepting towards weird and silly and sometimes annoying announcers than most people.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, you played a game where all you hear constantly is like, stay high, stay low, there's a spin on turn million.
There's a spin in turn 2.
I mean, it's a spotter, it's his job, so it's like, okay.
Exactly. ECU, turbo, and brakes are the unique parts I can choose.
It's like, it's that point, it's like the game is feeding information to me, not just being flavor text.
Alright, so I probably won't even worry about brakes, really. So ECU or turbo, which one should I get?
I would go turbo.
Turbo.
V8 twin turbo. Even though this is not a V8, it's a rotary. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna put turbo on it.
Besides the 6-speed transmission I received in Stage 5, I think the turbo is what really helped me in the drag races for my playthrough. Because I was having a difficult time winning those things.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the one street cross race that isn't part of my sponsor races, and then I'm gonna go do those URL races, and then just finish off with my couple street cross sponsor races.
Get a free new car from the car lot.
It's a new car up your ass.
Ready to roll.
You're making me. Speaking of which, I need to play some more Ridge Racer games again.
Yes.
I've actually been curious to pull my PS3 out and see how that runs Ridge Racer 5.
Actually, now you said that, I'm curious.
And before it doesn't run well, and I'll just be sad.
I mean, I could try it out, but the thing is, I have my PS2 plugged in instead of the 3.
But yeah, the thing with me is like if I actually end up getting the new computer because of the thing from the Will within a few months' time, I probably would just go full forward with emulating a lot of my PS2 games because it's really good hardware to do so.
Yeah.
But
I
Ridge
have a
Racer
PS3 Dorset, but it's modded, so I can actually like.
Ridge Racer 5 though just does not work well at all in the emulator right now, so.
That's sad. You'd think one of the earliest PS2 games would be one that's
yeah.
easier to emulate. Maybe it's because of the whole CDR thing. I don't know.
Possibly, I have no idea.
I still need to get Dirt 4.
Dirt 4 is good.
Dirt
Still lacking in
4 is a
content,
game
but
I've
it's
still
the
never
content
played.
It has is really fucking good.
I think that's gonna be my first ever.
Of course, purists are all like, "Yeah, it's not as good as Dirt Rally."
Dirt road. Actually, the purists are like, ugh, Dirt 4, Dirt Rally, that sucks ass. The only real rally game is Richard Burns.
That's kind of the case, and I'm just like, why the fuck does it matter? Just play what the fuck you like and shut the fuck up.
But you're only allowed to play the bestest, nothing else.
Shit. So one game I should get on my coughing. One game
I'm still doing that.
One game in my PC I should get again is Simpsons Hit and Run, because apparently there's a shit ton of mods for it. There's a fucking multiplayer mod for that game.
Oh.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I need this in my life.
Speaking of mods, what's the progress on that TDU mod overhaul thing?
Still a work in progress. Last time I checked, the person was like up to like, in terms of car brands, up to like F or something. I imagine it's just because the person making it doesn't always have a lot of free time or something.
Probably.
It'll hopefully be out soon though. I'm hoping. Because that TDU Platinum is gonna be pretty interesting, because that's gonna just completely freshen the game up. Like, TDU Ultra Community Pack already does a really good job of bringing all these new fucking cars and everything, but Platinum is just like a ridiculous fuck ton of cars, like around over 700 in total. New visual tweaks and stuff. I think there's some physics adjustments as well, and there's a whole bunch of shit. It's like, so it's gonna be a pretty fucking big deal personally when it comes out. Now, if only Project Paradise could be updated, because it's been like 4 fucking years now. Because if that thing is still very limited to what you can do, and that's really disappointing.
I just thought I'm not getting Forza 7 until I beat Forza 6. Oops.
I mean, I don't blame you. I still need to actually...
One Platinum Dorset.
I still need to actually get on Forza 7 and continue working on the car delivery. But I
probably practice. So I can tame the beast that is the fucking Volvo.
Yeah, I was trying all the cars out, and it was like the Alpha. I was just most comfortable with the Alpha, which is why I went for that. I still find it amusing though. Like, I think 7 had like the Volvo, the Jaguar or something. Then he did like the runs on Bathurst. He suddenly went so much faster with the Panamera. I was like, can I have this instead? My intention was never to choose the car I was going to get the fast times. I just wanted the car I was most comfortable with. It just so happens that
some people are.
It just so happens that I did a faster time than 7 did in my Alpha. So, oops. Because he did like I think what, a 212.2 in the Porsche.
No, I didn't pay attention to whatever.
I know, and then I did a 211.8.
Hope the game doesn't crash in the delivery either. That's why you save often.
Well, to be fair, the game is a lot more stable now with that. I imagine once I get the new hardware, it would be even more stable.
I have returned.
Hi, welcome back.
Yes, thank you. Hopefully. Let's hope the game doesn't constantly crash on the delivery editor Thunder.
You're talking about Forza 7?
Oh. Seems like every Forza game on Windows 10.
Anyone remember Rally Sport Challenge? I originally tried to LP that some years ago, but my internet at the time was being throttled, so it got abandoned and I never got around to doing it again. I probably will pick it up again at some point, though. It might be the game I LP after Grid as like a YouTube thing, possibly. I don't know. How long have I been going for? Nearly an hour and 45 minutes and still no dropped frames. Nice.
shame the second game didn't come out on PC. Yeah, but it was still an amazing game.
I get the feeling that maybe Rogers did actually come and fix our lines up or something, because... Which, if they did, that's great.
Rally Sport Challenge. Oh, this is one of those really old Microsoft Studios game.
DICE, to be specific.
Yeah, Rally Sport Challenge.
Oh, it is a DICE game.
Yeah, Rally Sport Challenge is really good. Rally Sport Challenge 2, fucking amazing.
But it was Xbox only.
Unfortunately,
But it was
that's
still fucking amazing.
Exactly. I'm glad I have a copy of that game and the DLC for it.
Same.
So whoops. A friend of mine was playing Rally Sport Challenge and he struggled on the Pacific stage. There's like a section of stages in that game that is apparently really difficult. I think it's like the ice snow rally stages or whatever. Apparently, can be pretty
just
difficult.
Like once you get to like the third level of events, it just kicks you in the balls.
Alright, what am I going against? I got there's a GTO, a Tiburon, Lancer, an Eclipse, and pretty sure that's a Skyline in front.
At least it was a Skyline.
It was until but it's got but they put the they did the one card
on it.
Yeah, like in my that's the when it comes to, even as a kid, I never liked the rear tail light things you could put on the Skyline in this game. I no.
It looks like you just took the taillights from a Nissan President and just slapped them on there.
Like I had really shitty taste as a kid, but even back then I was like no to that Skyline taillights. The Lancer there, the Lancer there with the front and rear bumper, I used to use that a lot, annoyingly.
Tacky, honestly. I never really did use those. I had to blend in with the car's body design for me. And I mean, by the time I got the wide body kits unlocked, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to use no body parts anymore. Just body kits.
Yeah.
Because at least the body kits were kind of in sync, I suppose.
Well, for the most part.
The Skyline's body kits were not too bad. Neither was the 350Zs.
Well, both the Vapor and Mantis body kits for the Skyline are good.
I think it was the Vapor one I used. It was the one that was used in the intro video for Underground 2.
That's the Mantis body kit.
Mantis kit, yeah, the Mantis kit was the good one. I like the Mantis
That's
kit.
the same. That's like the Eddie Skyline body kit as well, as people call it.
Yeah, the Eddie's kit.
Dork.
Pork. PGR4 and Xbox 360. Project Gotham Racing 4 is fucking amazing as well.
The entire fucking series is amazing.
That's also true.
Rip Bizarre Creations.
I still need to find someone who has the DLC for PGR3 because I'm missing that.
I don't think I have any of it.
It would be useful though, because now, especially now that I've got my own I actually did finally get a hard drive for the 360. There's two things to it. There's good news to it though, and there's also strange news. The strange news about it is I found out after getting it that I don't think it's actually an official branded 360 hard drive, because there's no Xbox 360 logo on it, and the back of it just looks a little generic-ix. The good news though is that it works perfectly fine. So,
well, as long as it works, I guess.
So now I went from built-in 4 gigabytes of memory to 320 gigs.
Nice.
And now I can actually view and save replays in Forza games, and also, if for some reason I wanted to, update Burnout Paradise on the 360, which I couldn't do before. But then again, there's literally... Sorry.
I kind of missed that game called Blur, because I know they were going to plan a sequel, but Activision was like, nope.
Yeah, Blur was fucking great. I wanted that game so badly when it came out, and my dad actually bought it for me as a gift coming home from school once, and I was like,
too bad. The online was never populated. I think the most I ever saw online was 1,200.
1,200. Like, I think the most I ever saw was about 1,500.
Yeah, around there. And most people were playing in Europe, and they didn't speak English.
Mm-hmm. It's
the
a really
online was pretty fun in Blur. I liked it.
Yeah. It's a shame though with Blurred because the way the online worked is it's similar to Carbon on the PC. You needed to have like a CD key or something. Now I know modders actually cracked it for the PC version of Carbon so that you don't need that anymore, but I wonder if someone's gonna do it for Blur, because that would be nice.
You mean an online pass?
No, CD key. Like, remember those? Like, the keys for games? Like, when you bought a thing, it had like a...
No, I don't.
Alright, let me try to clarify. Back in then, the way they tried to do... Yes, that. The way they tried to do the whole copy protection thing was to give games their own CD keys when you bought them. So, and then when you install the game, it would prompt you to enter the key in to install it.
So basically, like, when you got a copy of, let's say, Windows 98, the disc came with a product key.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and some games for their online, they required you put that CD key in for to go on, and Blur was one of them. The problem is, because it's online connected, they would be able to tell if a key was used before by someone else. So you can't just go online and try to use one because it won't work.
But then if you mean like these virtual box and you run like Windows 98 virtual machines, you can find product keys online. They can be used over and over again.
That's the case with like Most Wanted, like this game, Underground 2, and Most Wanted, and probably even Carbon. You can just find them online and reuse them to your heart's content. To your heart's content, I mean.
I don't know if my heart can consent to this.
Shh.
Don't go raping my heart.
I won't. I remember, yeah, I remember the times. Like, I remember I had Outrun, my dad had Outrun 2006 on our PC, and his PC was not very good at the time, so we could barely run the game online. I tried to play the game online, and it went so badly that if I remember correctly, I was last place on the overall leaderboards.
Nice.
Because I couldn't play the fucking game properly.
Outrun 2006 was such a fantastic game. I wish Sega would bring that franchise back. Like, sure, probably their best franchise at the moment is Yakuza, but we could use a new Outrun.
Yes. They could use a new Sega GT, because that would be nice to see, because it's been years.
That's kind of like saying, well, Namco, we could use a new Ridge Racer that isn't a mobile game. Because what was the last Ridge Racer? Well, what was the last proper Ridge Racer? 7? And that was in 2000. That was like 12 years ago. That one was pretty good.
That's when it's been 12 years ago now. Jesus Christ, you could argue back in my day.
I mean, it's been 11 years since the last proper Ace Combat came out, aka 6.
Damn it!
One franchise is getting resurrected out of nowhere. Fucking V-Rally.
Yeah, that one was a surprise. God damn it. Fine. I guess I gotta take third. It's fine. I probably still won the whole thing. Yes.
I mean,
why was Carl highlighted?
I mean, Ace Combat 6 was an Xbox exclusive because.
Oh, it's still not over. God damn it.
I think Microsoft at the time had an exclusive rights deal with Namco at the time, and that's why like Ace Combat 6 and Ridge Racer 6 are all 360 exclusive. But that deal ran out around the time that one Ace Combat we do not speak of came out.
Oh yeah, Toka Race Driver, like the series, like in my opinion, had the worst method of trying to get codes, because Codemasters used to do that all the fucking time.
Yes, they did. I remember like Colin McRae Rally 3 had that issue. or some kind of online key. I remember Codemasters used to have a hotline to get like bonus codes. Like you had to call them to get bonus codes, and it cost you like 49 cents a minute. Oh,
But yeah, it was so dumb because it's like there were specific, like, people knew about some codes to get it to work, but the problem was that the only way you could get a new code to try to a new number to try and get find one that works is by basically deleting your save.
yeah. Dorset, Ridge Racer 7, I think, came out right before this Microsoft deal with Bamco, so Ridge Racer 7 was kind of its own thing.
The only thing that kind of redeemed it.
Actually, wait. No, never mind.
The only thing that kind of redeemed that system is Codemasters did make it so that if you do beat the game, you just unlock them all anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still annoying.
I'm just glad that after like 11 years, there's a proper Ace Combat coming out for once.
Ta-da!
The question is, when will it come out? The Ridge Racer 7 was a PS3 launch title, was it?
It was.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with Ridge Racer. They're like the launch title series.
But they're always good games, at least as far as I know.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like, what was it, Unbound?
Oh, you mean Burnout?
Flat out.
Flat Burn?
Flat burn.
Yeah, like the late 2000s, early 2010s was not Namco's style. Ace Combat, Ridge Racer.
Please tell
wasn't
me I
very
still
good.
won the thing. Okay, I did.
Who's in the lead? Is
No,
it
I won.
Coral? Okay. So Coral didn't win.
I got 5,000.
Oh, excuse me.
New inventory. I'll check that after I've done this second one up here.
Oh, there's another URL?
Yeah, there was 2 of them on my map. Both in the airport area.
I always love getting that message of new car inventory in the car lot. It's always like, oh, what do I get this time? And it's just like, oh boy, the Infiniti G35, all right. And then you realize it's not a good car.
Oh boy, the Slapmobile, as we now call it, because of person.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't even watch this stuff on YouTube
Need I
anymore.
remind people I still live in the same city as this person.
I'm sorry.
I've still never met the guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for your loss.
Feel bad for my loss. Geez, okay, it's not like I died because of him.
No,
Or
because
someone
you
in
have
my
to deal with
family
them.
died because of him.
I mean, at least you don't have to deal with Black Panther, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Slap's worse.
Phenosodazil? Is that what it says? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to HG Beach. That's one thing I'm gonna look forward to with the low latency thing is I won't have to wait as long to see the thing show up. 07.
07 salute. That is a very common form of communication in the Elite Dangerous community. I wonder if Phenos here actually does play Elite Dangerous. That'd actually be kind of
Oh
funny.
yeah, it probably is Phenos, not Phenos. What? Love this game, but as a weeb, I always pick the Hashiroku.
As regular cars would once say, weeaboo, 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 weeaboo. Oh, he is actually an Elite Dangerous commander.
Ta-da!
It's like when worlds collide, I suppose. God, I haven't played that game in so long, though. Like, I just got so burned out on it after, like, the latest content update.
Space.
Do you...
I
What's it
got
like
bored because
up
I
in
have
space?
one of the end game ships, so it's just like, I guess that's why I got bored. Funny thing is that's not. Yeah, it's AE. According to Mr. Regular, it's the AE88, not even an 86. Oh well. You know, that reminds me. I want to see one day a racing game that isn't Forza to have the Toyota Century. Because why not have a V12 limousine from Toyota?
You can't really argue with that, but we should just have a game where you could just drive a fucking Toyota Tercel.
Winter Cell.
Just drive a shit box.
Or no.
Mate Kokovex, thank you for the follow. Welcome to HG Beach.
Oh, GT Sport does it. No, GT Sport needs the Toyota Previa. It's Phanos, but Phanos is anything but Phanos, please. Okay, so Phanos. Did I say Phanos?
I said Phenos at first, so I was like, oh.
They already got two ship boxes. Wait, they already got two ship boxes. What do you mean in GT Sport? What are ship boxes? Aside from maybe the BMW i3.
You got the mean bus.
Oh, the Samba bus ain't a shit box. Shut up.
No, it isn't.
That's like the greatest bus ever.
I did a 12 laps of bus thirst in that one, so it was great.
Fucking God.
Yeah, I raced a Samba bus before on Tsukuba. It was rather exciting. They can probably mod the Sentra into a Assetto Corsa. Yeah, that's probably possible. Samba bus and the Alfa Romeo that likes to flip. Oh, the Mito was already a shitbox, but the Samba bus is not a shitbox, sir. I'll have you know. My Samba bus has a Roblox livery on it, where every time I hit somebody, all you see is just the giant text "oof" on the front of the bus. Okay.
Oof.
Like I said,
It is-
wasn't a shit box. Nothing.
It's not a shitbox. I'm telling you, the Samba bus is great. I even made a National
Speaking
Predator
of
sticker
oof.
for that bus. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of this. Oh, that Eclipse got oofed.
Exactly.
Like, he got oofed hard.
I'm spinning everybody up in here.
I know I'm being a dirty boy. But it's okay, because at this point, the AI kind of deserves it.
Meanwhile, my F-150 has a Winnie the Pooh livery on it. I'm sorry.
Why does it have that?
Well, Thunder, I'm not sure if you're aware, but this was a meme a while back between like me and Weirdo. My F-150 Raptor in GT Sport has a Flex Seal livery on it. And on the tailgate it says "For you, Daddy Swift," in honor of Phil Swift. Flex Seal is so strong and powerful, I saw this F-150 in half.
Well, there's one problem with that, Phanos. I don't have P-Cards 2 on Steam.
I
I'm not-
don't play it enough.
Unless someone wants to gift me, the game, I'd have to buy it.
You don't happen to have a picture of it, do you? Oh, he's talking to somebody else.
Not yet, you don't. Oh no.
Oh no. This is where it goes into response chat.
Let me know. Oh no.
I believe all that flex stuff actually works. I doubt it, because I think he advertised a flex hose, which is like a gardening hose that's super flexible and doesn't get tangled. And we had one once, and it didn't work. I think it instantly had a tear in it. I've seen Peppa Pig liveries for the Samba bus. It was they were
Oh,
terrible,
God.
Actually,
That was a really fucking close call.
oh,
See ya.
He's just in a
Your
Corsa
RX-7
though. It's just a chav.
Your RX-7 needs a halo around it.
Mhm.
F1 jokes.
Cockpit protection.
Big thing around my head. And that little bit that sticks in front.
My problem is with the Samba bus on GT Sport is that people I've seen this on the community page for GT Sport for so long, and they take the Samba bus and put their demands for what they want in the game on it, and then take a picture and share it, and it gets like a shitload of likes. Like, for example, they say, "Oh, we won Trial Mountain," and everybody wants it. It's just like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that.
There's
I
the
hate
thing
that
though.
shit.
There's the thing. If people would actually realize they're working on it.
They're working on Deep Forest actually, but close enough.
Well, Trial Mountain was also name dropped, I think, as well. But Deep Forest
I
was
don't
like the
recall
first
that,
one.
actually, but it's welcome.
I mean, Rhino's just gonna be like high speed ring win, but
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with the content they give me.
I know. I'm just saying that as a joke.
My only complaint with GT Sports is that it could use a little
Honestly,
bit more
I would rather
tracks.
see Grand Valley before High Speed Ring.
That
I
too.
agree. And what they needed to do a long time ago was make Grand Valley have time of day changes, because it has the stadium lights to do so. It's had it since Gran Turismo 3, maybe 2. I played Need for Speed Mode for like a week, and then I just stopped playing. And it's mainly because my laptop couldn't run it, but also it was way too grindy.
Need for Speed.
And also-
well,
like
it was
an
just-
hour, then I stopped caring.
Exactly. And also, in online races, everybody abused the traffic magnets, and I want to still kill those people after 7 years.
The horrors of traffic magnets.
Yep. In regards for GT Sport, I'm kind of just content with what they throw at me, like in Forza car packs. Except everybody suddenly is now starting to complain about Forza car packs because all they do is keep adding SUVs that have no purpose.
Oh, why are you adding these novelty vehicles? Yeah,
Even
these
though we
Super
were kind of
Series
asking for
Sim
those in
Racer.
Gran Turismo. See, I don't understand that. Like the content in the car packs sometimes are questionable. You know, like Honda Odyssey out of nowhere. They don't even advertise it in the trailer, and also they have to get these people to sponsor the car packs. Like, why not just call it so and so car pack? Like, I honestly laughed when I think it was Forza 7 or Horizon 3 that had the Doritos car pack, and I'm just like, yep, I'm done.
Dorito.
Yeah,
I
there was a
still remember
Doritos
that.
car pack.
No, I remembered that. All right,
It's
there we
like
go. URL race is done.
And after how many installations of Forza with online capabilities? 6 of them in Motorsport. They still can't get a penalty system. I mean, I understand that Gran Turismo Sports penalty system is badly broken, but at least they're trying. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate with Forza, but the recent decisions that they've been taking, I'm really questioning them.
You're not the only person.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just Motorsport, it's also Horizon, because now Horizon is taking over Motorsport, sadly. It's like Forza is basically a shadow of its former self, 1. And 2, Horizon needs to stop that dude bro stuff, because there's a little bit here and there every once in a while. Like, I think they got that one voice actor from Dirt 3 in Horizon 3.
Hey, Warren was great.
What was his name, Warren?
Voice actor, but
I think it's the same guy.
well, Warren was great in Horizon 3.
I like Warren as well. All right, what cars have I unlocked since?
I want to see this. Plot twist, it's not the Skyline, you instead unlock the Vauxhall Corsa.
Oh boy, the Pontiac. Oh, I got 2 American cars, the GTO and the Mustang.
And the Mustang. Oh no! I mean the GTO can at least corner because it doesn't have a live axle in the back. I hate that Horizon 3's DLC ended on the Hoonigan car pack. Like I said, they focus too much on the dude bro stuff.
I still am planning to get the 3000 GT as another car because I really like the 3000 GT.
If this was Tokyo Extreme Racer, I would question you as much as I like the 3000 GT. Or I'm sorry, GTO.
Why would you question me?
Because if this was Tokyo Extreme Racer 3, I'm not sure if you understand, but the 3000 GT is one of the heaviest cars in TXR3. But this is Underground 2, so I won't question you, and it is a very good car. Perhaps a car, like Donut Media said, a car way ahead of its time. Like, think about it, it had active aero, active exhaust, active suspension. Everything about that car was variable and active. Like, this stuff was, like, now all supercars and stuff are using that technology. And it was all started the trend started thanks to Mitsubishi.
Ta-da! I like how they all just kind of fucked up that first corner.
Yeah.
As you do.
Save
Yeah,
your money,
the
ING
3000s.
Direct. Refresh your shave,
Well,
Edge Advanced.
Campbell's Soup and Hand. My first grade teacher used to always drink that stuff for lunch. I don't even think they make that anymore, sadly, because that stuff actually looked kind of cool. It's soup you drink.
No, they still make it. They just don't call it soup to hand.
Oh, they don't?
It's just, hey, soup you can drink. Check it
I mean,
out.
it's novelty.
I just
Tostitos
realized
is
something
still
throughout.
best.
I've just realized something throughout this stream.
What?
There's been no signs of hydrate bot.
No, there hasn't.
Hydrate bot's dead.
I think it is. They may have killed it off.
Why
Excuse
did you kill it, Rhino?
Fuck you.
Wow.
Okay, you know what, Dorset, now you reminded me of something.
You to be
My
friendly.
biggest complaint, this is just in terms of realism, this just kind of triggered my OCD, but Horizon 3 bugged me because of the fact you could drive GT3 and GTE cars on the streets. I did not like that.
That didn't bother me because I don't really give a shit.
It bugs me because, like, I don't know.
I imagine the Horizon Hot Wheels must have bugged the fuck out of you more so then.
I don't know about that. I think it was a little too over the top, though.
I thought it was great.
I mean, yeah, if it makes it more fun, like, let's say Rocket League, then sure, I mean, I guess. But, you know, and like, I just don't understand race cars on a public road.
Don't have to. Video game. Vroom. Drive it. Go fast.
Yeah, it sounds
Exactly.
like the crew right there.
Vroom.
Yeah, just go vroom, even though your car's going to scrape the ground and, you know, you'll hit the slightest crack in the road and there goes your suspension. But hey, what else can you do?
Who cares? Video game. Don't have to worry about that. Vroom.
Vroom.
King Sway put 69 he put 69 in his dialogue. Nice. You know, honestly, I honestly would have loved the Horizon 3 Hot Wheels pack had it nod to not only just maybe not Highway 35, although I did like Highway 35. I didn't care for accelerators, but if it did a nod to like Velocity X, oh my god. That'd be amazing. That would have been amazing. Like, don't get me
Oh
wrong,
boy, I
Highway
unlocked
35 was
Neon.
fantastic.
What?
you
There's
unlock?
there's another fucking street cross race that's not a sponsor one. Did I like just unlock this one or something, or did I just not realize I hadn't done it yet?
I think I saw that one before. Yeah,
God
what Rhino said.
1 second, I need to get the fan on over here, so I apologize for the fan noise, but I really need the fan to cool down.
Accelerators should have transitioned into Velocity X as a sort of sequel. I never did pay attention to accelerators. I only watched Highway 35 maybe like 90 times in my life. Don't at me.
You know, I never actually watched the full Highway 35 thing. I mostly just try to collect the cars and also played the PS2 game.
I've never watched Highway 35 at any point in my life.
Oh, it's a good one. Even though it was one of those straight to DVD kind of animations, but hey, it's alright. It's good.
It's a solid 3.
Bert's dad is the leader of the side. Don't you mean the Accelerons or whatever they're called? Like, I knew that about
No,
the
it was called.
Acceleracers.
No, that one was called the Silencers. The gray, purple, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Of course, people are still like, but the Killer Racers ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and then they sadly tried to continue it on with that, from what I heard was terribly awful, the Battle Force 5 series. All I had to do was see some like the commercials for the toy products, and they show like little movie cutscenes in there, and it's just like, oh.
Whoops.
Highway 35 I still think will be the best one of them all, because my problem is with Accelerators was that they redesigned some of the characters over, like, way too much. Like, what was his name? The African guy, from the Sand Dunes, Kadeem, and they redid Taro, and now Taro kind of looks like Knuckles from Sonic Boom, and just,
So what
That
you're
was
saying is Taro
a lot.
skipped. So what you're saying is Taro skipped leg day.
Yes, he did. He skipped leg day.
But is he capable of chuckling?
No, he's too busy going, I'm gonna pass you.
Okay.
Kadim honestly looked more Asian than anything else. And then, you know, like I said, Taro looked like Boom Knuckles. And then, of course, I mean, I think the only character that didn't really have any redesign at all was like Vert. That's it. Although Vert had like facial hair, that's it.
Ta-da.
And something goes horribly wrong after he attempts that pass. Exactly. He can ski down Mount Everest, but he can't pass people for shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bert was redesigned? I thought the only thing they did was maybe like darken his hair, or they redid his hair and facial hair. That's it. His personality tanked to hell. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, every character got redesigned, and it was in a bad way. I even think that one chick, Lonnie, got redesigned as well. And that wasn't good.
Wait, there was a chick in there named Ronnie?
Lonnie.
Oh, I was about to say, it was like, I don't remember a girl coming up to me in Most Wanted asking me how my car was running. I like that. You just knew how bad that was already.
Fucking hilarious.
Nah, what? Nah, it wasn't hilarious. It was shit.
Yeah, it was.
See? It's like I could read your mind.
I'm sorry.
You're not actually sorry.
Maybe a little.
Game. Oh, there we go. It wasn't doing anything with my controller for a second. Sorry, I'm just adjusting around because I'm trying to get comfortable.
You know, I saw some funny earlier on my YouTube sub feed because I'm subscribed to Loudwire. They were sharing an article on Rob Flynn saying people need to stop suplexing in the mosh. It's like, I'm sorry, what? It's a mosh pit. What do you expect?
Wait, what? Suplex? They're picking up people and performing German suplexes on them?
According to Rob Flynn, yes.
Since when did the mosh pit turn to fucking Brock Lesnar's?
I don't know.
Lesnar
Maybe it's
pit
only
would
at
be
Machine Head
amazing.
concerts. Then again, I'm surprised people still attend Machine Head concerts.
Well, Machine Head concerts, despite what you think about Flynn's opinions, which even I can agree, he's a fucking dumbass at times. Their concerts are really fucking good. Like, from what I've heard, they had I think like a couple months before the Catharsis release, they uploaded like a live edit of Now We Die, and the edit was like, honestly, like for a live edit work with like the production and everything, the mixing was really fucking good.
I'm still not convinced about Machine Head anymore.
I don't really give a shit. I just care about more. Like, I care more just about the music. Because here's the thing. I could say the same shit about, like, Fear Factory, because there was that period of time where Burton and Dino were kind of full of themselves for a little while. And yet I still listen to their music anyways. They don't seem to be full of themselves anymore. They seem to have gotten over that phase now. They mostly just quieted down. Well,
Kind of Billy Corgan and James Ehoff Smashing Pumpkins. Looks like they got their shit dealt with, and now they're kind of reunioning and all that. Although James Ehoff's going to be missing a couple shows to tour with A Perfect Circle for their new album. Was it Eat the Elephant or something like that? I really wasn't a big fan of it.
Eat the Elephant? Is that what you just said?
That's the album name, yes.
Okay.
But then again, I think it's because every Perfect Circle fan doesn't really like Eat the Elephant. I'm not too fond of it because Perfect Circle's not my kind of type. But I think it's mainly because people want to see a sequel or a second Murder Noms album. Or a second
Same thing over
13
and
Step.
over again.
Yeah.
It's what I'm used to. It's what I like. Why are you doing the same thing? Do something different. But I thought you weren't. No. I want the same, but also different. Damn it.
I mean, look at Mastodon. They try something new. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's not my cup of tea. Although Once More Around the Sun.
Listen to their new albums.
Once More Around the Sun's a good one. Emperor Sand has moments where it's just like,
the I have Once More Around the Sun. I mean, the two after that.
Toes to Toes is not a good one, if that's what it's called. That was like a little LP or something like that. It was not, it's all like
Alrighty.
as far as I remember, it's very acousticy. Not my kind of cup of tea.
What did I unlock now? Oh, spoilers. Right, and now
Please tell me.
right, and now I've got the stage 4 end of stage URL unlocked. Although I can't quite do that yet, as I just remembered. I still gotta do the fucking SUV races in stage 4.
Ugh.
Fuck's sakes, I hate driving this piece of shit. At least there's only 3 events per stage. But it's still really fucking annoying.
They just slapped SUVs in there. And they're like,
Yeah.
hey, SUVs, woo, SUVs.
I mean, I like the SUVs. It's stupid, but in a good way.
I mean, yeah, they're stupid. Like, you can fit the biggest subwoofer ever made into them, and also the split hoods on the Hummer H2 looks hilarious.
That too.
It looks broken, and you can put like 26-inch rims on them. But other than that, they serve no purpose in the game whatsoever. Paint it as tacky as you can, or not.
I don't really care enough to do so.
So you're just gonna paint the Escalade black pearl.
Well, yeah, you gotta make it the stereotype color.
Murder it out, bro. Black everything.
Black everything like it's a Mercury Marauder.
Paint it black.
Except SUV form.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Wait, SUVs are in Most Wanted 2012, aside from the Raptor.
There was the Range Rover Evoque,
The
and that was like
Range Rover
literally
Evoque.
the only one. Although there was supposed to be a Hummer H1 and a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8.
Yeah, that's true, and they didn't even show up in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Most Wanted 2012, like, ever since I watched a video of, like, the cut content's like, man, this game could have been so even better. It was an okay game, but it needed more content.
Yes. Okay, I could really use that suspension, because anything I can do to give this car better handling, for damn sure.
Where's the hydraulics, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Where's the hydraulics? It's super bouncy. Hummer H1 Alpha was in the mobile version, but nobody buys Need for Speed Mobile. Unless you're a mobile gamer, which
Alright, there we
frown
go.
upon.
Yeah, the Hummer and the Jeep were both in the mobile version, as well as like a Corvette Stingray. Which would have been really nice to see in every other version of the game, but no.
Just think, what if they were able to manage to license the G class for this? If it was the G63 AMG, the SUV class would have been so broken.
Well, keep in mind, this is Need for Speed we're talking about.
Yes, there's no such thing as balance. There's always one car that's overpowered. Of course they will. Actually, no, were they? I thought Toyota was in Most Wanted 2012.
To Google.
They're not.
They are. Oh, jeez. I mean, they did add the Skyline R34, but it was a really bad livery for Eddie's Skyline. Like, one of the worst I've ever seen. It's like you get, let's say, Johnny Knoxville from The Ringer, and you tell him to try to recreate the livery for Eddie's Skyline in Most Wanted 2012, and then he's just like, I made this, and it just looks like garbage. It made a great sound though, but the problem was Skyline was like one of the slowest cars in the game. Because everybody's too busy driving their Koenigsegg, Regeras, Wyras, Hennessy. The Hennessy Venom was ridiculous in that game.
The Hennessy Venom in Most Wanted 2012 just basically killed everything once you got it.
Exactly. It was so, like, by then, Most Wanted 2012 was so pay to win.
Pretty much.
I only bought the DLC just for completion purposes.
There's that, yeah, it was basically really pay to win at that point, because it's like, with all the different classes, like there's muscle class, there's that Dom's Charger like car that had that legitimately went over 200 miles an hour easily. There was the race class. There was the M3 GTR that basically pulverized everything.
Well, I mean, the M3 GTR was one of the greatest race cars ever made. Eddie's Nissan Skyline and NFS 2015 was completely wrong. Well, yeah, it's not like the livery was wrong, mainly because of licensing purposes, and the body kit technically didn't exist in real life, so I guess that's why they didn't carry it over. The Mantis kit.
Oh fuck!
It just didn't work. I mean, I'll give NFS 2015 some credit. It did do some good bits of throwback with the music. Like, if you're in the garage, you could listen to the High Stakes soundtrack, which was amazing. That was always one of my favorite things, was like if I'm making a livery for my Porsche, because like I think at one point in the game my garage was nothing but Porsches. 911, 911, 911. I think there was I don't think the 918 was in that game, was it?
No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, so I didn't have a 918, but I had every single 911. I had a GT3 RS. I had the base Carrera 911S. I had the 2.7. I had two 2.7s, actually. And then I had a 993 Turbo. Well, it wasn't a turbo, but I slapped the turbo on it. Yeah, in some races, the other Need for Speed soundtrack, like Carbon soundtrack, would start playing. I think Underground 2 did. No, wait. What Need for Speed was it that the soundtrack
I just came
would play during
last.
races? Get wrecked.
I'm good at this game, I swear.
But I remember some racing soundtrack would play from the old Need for Speeds in 2015 when you were racing. And I know Carbon was one of them, but that's all I remember. Like, 2015 had its moments, but it needed more time, honestly. And EA needs to stop doing... EA needs to just be like, hey, we need to stop forcing these burnout physics on people. Then maybe I'll go back to Need for Speed.
Oh, it's EA. They won't. Oh, it's EA. They don't give a shit.
Of course they don't. They already said that they don't give a shit whether microtransactions are illegal in certain countries or not. I hope that backfires on them so hard. Because most EU countries are already outlawing loot boxes. I think Belgium was the first to start all that controversy.
Let's stick loot in box.
I hope it goes through all over the globe, because loot boxes are literally slot. It's basically baby's first slot machine. It needs to stop.
Serrano's still here, or is he dead?
Let's check Discord. His mic's muted.
Ah, fuck. But yeah, the fucking loot. The loot shit really needs to just go away.
It needs to die off. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get Payback. Also, the plot. I don't like Fast and Furious plots. Unless if it's like Tokyo Drift-esque. Every day, Dorset, the loot box global ban gets closer and closer. You can thank Belgium for that. And also the state of Hawaii.
Fucking hell.
Technically, they could still be made with passion. It's just the publishers keep saying no. Because recently, I think a former DICE developer for Star Wars Battlefront 2, the controversial one, not the good one, he came out and basically said that they wanted to just make a game with passion, but EA's like, no, you got to fit loot boxes and everything. You got to screw the whole game up. But they wanted to make Battlefront 2 originally, had they gotten their way, to be even better than Pandemic's Battlefront 2. But EA said no. We need more money. Of course.
And we all know how well that turned out.
Apparently the Crew 2 got delayed so they can take out loot boxes from the algorithm and polish the game up. I think Ubisoft got the message too. Now, don't get me wrong, Ubisoft has done some shady shit in the past, not too long ago. If any of you play Rainbow Six Siege, the Outbreak packs, you had to pay for them. You got 4 for free, but if you wanted more, you had to buy it. You had to buy them. The Crew 2 supposedly were supposed to have loot boxes, but I think they removed them from the final release. I don't know, but I don't know how I feel about the Crew 2 yet. I'm glad that they're getting rid of the edgy murder plot, you know. But I hope it does focus on just a plain racing career, like Toka did, because Toka had a plot, sort of, but it was just rising through the ranks in racing. If they do that, I think Ubisoft's got some great potential on their hands with the Crew franchise. Although I do kind of wish they'd change the name, because the Crew does sound kind of stupid. Wouldn't you agree?
Meh. I don't really care much.
Nice wall ride there.
It gets better.
What about the plot of the run? The plot of the run was a little overdone too, like a Jason Bourne movie. Like, don't get me wrong, Bourne movies are good, but I don't think that kind of plot goes well with a racing game. The Crew one was okay. The handling physics weren't the best, but they didn't do brake to drift, which was nice. The races got a little too repetitive, and the online PvP was so poorly balanced. Like, the Hummer H1 at one point, I think, was the meta build in that game. And the bikes were not the best in the what was that expansion pack? Not the Cops one was super grindy, but the one before that, what was it? The Wild Run? Yeah, the bikes were so poorly done in that.
God damn. I think
bullied by the bro.
I think the difficulty curve has gone steeply uphill now.
That Lincoln Navigator just hates you because you're in a GM car.
Just because you don't have enough neons on your SUV.
Exactly. You need more neons. You need more neons and Orion bumpers. Actually, I think that Navigator has some. Need for Speed 2015's plot belongs in the 2000s. I don't think it really needed a plot. Like, the
thing is, there wasn't really a plot. It was just
a bunch of dude bros slapped together, bro with bro plot, bro this, bro that, bro races.
Bro. Popular dude, bro. Yakuza.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have Morohashi, the Yakuza loan shark. I forgot about that. But I mean, the one thing I like about 2015 though was that it was really easy to platinum on PlayStation. Like, real easy. Monster Energy plot, yep. In the little bit of PvP I did in the Crew, I dominated the one race on the oval track. Yeah, the oval tracks were easy. Everything else, everybody was using Hummer H1 Alphas and Koenigsegg's. Like, it was so poorly balanced, honestly. Because it's so hard to get a Platinum 12... What was the highest rating in that game? 12.99? I could barely... I never...
One of the expansions increased it to 14.97, but yeah.
I think that was the police expansion, the second one. Yeah, after that, I stopped playing. I bought both the packs, actually, and it was a mistake. The Cops one wasn't that great because you really had to grind your ass off to get a nice cop car. That wasn't a GLA, I believe. It was just mediocre at best. Like, it was almost impossible. Like, if you're a cop starting out later on in the expansion and you got that Mercedes hatchback, you're screwed because everybody's going to outrun you in their modified Skylines with 1497 and LaFerraris.
Oops.
The 98T was a pretty controversial race car. If I was to pick a Turbo F1 car, I'd probably pick the BT52.
Oh man, this race is bad.
You keep getting pin maneuvered to that corner.
The Escalade is heavy.
Yeah, the Escalade's heavy.
Yeah, and it's at a track where it really shouldn't be, to be honest.
I think my guilty pleasure for a Japanese car would probably have to be like Probably the more subliminal ones that were overshadowed by like Skyline, Super RX-7, and so forth, and NSX. Probably the Nissan Safiro, or the Laurel, or the Nissan President specifically. That was a good one. Sauber's T9 is my favorite Group C car. I'm gonna be that typical guy and just say the 962, the Porsche 962. That was a fantastic little car.
Sublime.
Well, no, the 962 was the typical one, so it was the 956. Everybody, I think it was 1983, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Every top 10 finisher except for one had a 956. I think 8th place had a BMW Sauber, a Sauber BMW chassis, and everybody else was in Porsches. The XJR9 is a very quirky little race car, because like at the time in Group C, everybody was running either at most 5-liter turbo V8s or little flat 6s with turbos. And here's Jag with a 7-liter V12 all motor, no turbos or anything.
It's V12 motor.
Yeah, V12 motor. Audi Quattro was a good Group B car, but I'm that one guy that just, for some reason, obsesses over the MG Metro 6R4. Even though it was underpowered, it had a small wheelbase, and it made a great noise. That V6.
Yes, I agree. Ow.
What, about the Metro?
Yes, about the Metro.
Yeah, it was a cool little car. I actually got to see one in person, and it may be small, but it sits really high up off the ground, especially with those wings. And I could tell specifically that it was once a Group B MG Metro because it was stripped out of its interior completely, and it had the wings on it. Because I don't think the road-going version of the Metro 6R4 had any aerodynamic wings on it.
You gotta have wings, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep the car. You gotta make the car do a fly.
Mm-hmm. I don't think people were expecting the Jag XJR9 because it was also very aerodynamic.
All the fast.
Remember the Escudo Pikes Peak with the Bugatti engine? Wait, what?
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 You what,
With a
mate?
16? Wait, what? With a W16 in it? Are you talking about like GT mods or something?
You what, mate? What's this?
I remember that. I think it was the Cultus or the Escudo that had like a twin engine V6 or something like that. It was like 2 3-cylinders put together.
I think that was the Escudo.
Yeah.
And maybe also the Cultus.
With the Cultus, I think. Yeah, when did the Escudo have a W16? That's the question. I think he may have gotten it wrong, and maybe it's like 2 3-cylinder bike engines put together. It was two. I think it was 2 3-cylinders put together into one block. I think the Cultus may have had. I don't remember exactly. I think the Cultus may have had 2 V6s.
Oh man, 2 V6s.
Maybe it was the Escudo that had 2 turbo V6s on it.
There we go, twin engine.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. This the difficulty curve on this track has gotten so up there that I actually am gonna I'm gonna bring it down just so I can get these out of the way. Because I don't want to constantly be trying to redo these over and over and over again. I just want to get them done and move on. I don't care anymore. I mean, I'm gonna bring it right back. It's gonna go right back up once I'm done with the these SUV races, anyways.
Hummer. That's what you'll. Oh, I know what Phanos is talking about. The Toyota MC8R. Jalopnik once wrote an article about it. It was a IMSA Group C / IMSA GTP car with an MR2 with a heavily re-engineered 3SG in it. That thing could run forever, evidently.
Ta-da.
CLR, why it exists? Because the CLK GTR technically couldn't race anymore because GT1 was dead. So they kind of had to come up with some kind of half-ass solution for a prototype. So the CLR was born. The problem is with the CLR, though, is that they tested only on flat surface tracks and they rushed the aero. They tested at like Fontana, Homestead, Miami, and I think one other track. It may have been Sonoma. But they never tested it on a track like Circuit de la Sarre.
Sonoma's not flat.
Well, no, like, I'm talking about tracks of bumpy terrain. Like La Sarre, because La Sarre is on public roads. The Le Mans circuit. I mean, yeah, granted, there are bumps on Sonoma. Yes, it's got some bumpy sections, but they didn't test it well. And like I said, the aerodynamics seem to be pretty rushed. Because the first 2 times when Mark Webber flipped his in qualifying, I think they contacted McLaren's aerodynamicist at the time when they had a partnership with Mercedes. They were the Mercedes brand. Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey really couldn't come up with anything except with, did you put canards on it? And then the Mercedes boss, Norbert Haug, at the time was like, okay, here's the solution. Or the engineer, I forget who said this. Do not exit a car slipstream at over 200 miles an hour. What happens when the sun's going down at Le Mans in 99? A Mercedes exits a slipstream of a Toyota at 200 miles an hour and goes airborne. Because of the sudden lift. It could take the constant air pressure increasing, but if you get all that air pressure, just like the pressure of the air just coming right at your face, that's all over, and it flew into the woods.
Ta-da.
GG.
Yep, that's Mercedes for you, and since then, they have not gone sports car racing, except with GT3 supplying their cars to customer teams. And so far have had decent success, except for last weekend's or 24 hours of Nürburgring, where they lost to an outdated Porsche GT3.
The Nürburgring King.
Yes, the Nürburgring King. My problem is that... Are you talking about Peter Dumbreck's big wreck?
Yep, that's the one he's talking about.
Yep, Peter Dumbreck. Mark Webber had 2 big ones, but Peter Dumbreck flew off the track.
Oh, Jesus Lord, that's the big one.
I remember watching a Japanese broadcast of that race, and the Japanese announcers were like freaking out that the Mercedes went airborne. But then again, this is Japan we're talking about. Their sports commentators are always enthusiastic, and I love that. You ever watch Super GT, you'll have a good time.
They try to make it a big deal.
That's what makes it great. I mean, they made it a big deal with Indy 500 last year when Takuma Sato won.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Mercedes then ended up going to F1. Well, they've been in F1 for quite a while before then. Like before they became a works team. Like they said, they were basically they were the official first-hand supplier for McLaren. I think they were the only team with a Mercedes engine then, except for it was originally Sauber, and then they went to McLaren. And then they kind of opened up their doors, so now it's like Williams has it, Force India has it.
I think Peter wasn't injured because he landed in a pretty open field spot when he crashed down.
Well, here's the thing, he didn't have a Hans device on. That's not good. Second was, that car flipped a couple times in the dirt. And the only thing that was left, I think, was the monocoque chassis. Or the monocoque, you know? I think that's all there was left. Like, the aerodynamic fairings and all that were gone.
Hello there. Omae
wa Mushinderu.
Yes, someone eventually had to come in with that name.
Yep. Yeah, they did buy Braun, who bought Honda, who bought BAR, who bought Tyrrell. Mercedes' past is all pretty filled with history. Before they became the Mercedes AMG F1, it was Tyrrell, then BAR, then Honda, and then Braun.
See, back in my day,
the Braun GP story, that's an interesting one. Because Ross Braun basically used his pocket change to buy the Honda team. Then slapped some Mercedes engine into a Honda chassis. Mind you, they only had 3 chassis throughout the entire season. Meanwhile, Ferrari had like 20 chassis throughout the season. So if one car was wrecked, oh boy. And the rest is history with Braun. First season, first attempt, they win everything. Rubens Barrichello even got some race wins. He was competing for the title at one point. Just let that sink in. Mercedes is an ass in F1 right now. They literally screwed over the entire field. What do you mean, Thanos?
It's not that they screwed over everybody. It's just that they're better.
Is he talking about that tire? No, is he talking about that tire debate recently, where Mercedes was having an issue with the Pirelli tires blistering? So they're like, "Hey, can we get thinner gauge tires?" And it's like, "Sure." And then they start winning again. Because if that's the case, it's not all Mercedes that wanted that. Ferrari and McLaren, I think, also debated for. They also said, "Hey, we need thinner gauge tires. This ain't working." Ferrari also agreed to that. I think no, it was Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull that all agreed on that, and I think McLaren did too. And all the other teams were like, "Yeah, we might as well go for thinner gauge tires." So honestly, it's not Mercedes' fault. It's the other team's fault for agreeing to thinner gauge tires. So honestly, it's not Mercedes' fault. It's just that Mercedes is good. Honestly, I mean, Ferrari's technically has the faster car right now. But you know what the problem is with Ferrari? Their race strategy sucks. It's the worst on the grid right now. Well, at least one of them. I don't like Ferrari's. It is bad. It's the reason. It's the reason why Singapore happened last year, and so forth. They could have they lost in the safety car issue with Spain, and you know they lost a poor race strategy. And China was a great example because they made Kimi stay out longer than he should have. And even though their race strategy backfired, he still managed to get third place. So bravo, Kimi.
Ta-da!
Exactly. I don't know how many times Kimi Räikkönen has been screwed over of a race win because of Ferrari's strategy.
Too many.
It's terrible. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, the Philip Morris F1 team. Because if you think about it, Philip Morris owns the cars, like the F1 cars, and they're paying. Is Philip Morris red? The Philip Morris basically buys out the whole chassis, and they're like, "Hey, you want some advertising space? Well, you have to pay us." My understanding is that you watch F1 just to see whether Mercedes or Ferrari will win. I don't watch F1 myself, so I don't know. Not exactly.
I watch it to see the racing, see who does well, see who can score points.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I watch it mainly because of Alonso.
Part of the race is like the bottom half of the points.
Yeah, the midfield. I mean, don't be wrong. Don't get me wrong. The Chinese Grand Prix was amazing, even though Daniel Ricciardo pulled ahead like at the last second. I love Daniel Ricciardo, but I'm an Alonso fan, and I love seeing him finish in the points, especially at Baku, where he lost he lost his right side tires. He damaged the floor badly to the point where he basically shouldn't have been driving the car, and he still finished in the points, amazingly.
Yeah.
And now he's also got this WEC role with Toyota. I hope he wins Le Mans, because that means he's one step closer to the Triple Crown of motor racing.
I hope he does it.
He needs to go back to Indy as well.
Yes, he does. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. I've been going in and out. Like, I don't mean to be hitting the wall so much, but it's like I keep feeling myself like shut eyes and stuff, and it's like not helping. So I turned a light on and also got myself a drink to try to help.
Right. Does that have caffeine in it?
I believe so.
That's good.
Yep, it says caffeine on it.
What is it?
I was just trying to make sure because it's Coke Zero, but it's got caffeine, so.
Yeah, Alonso needs to win the Indy 500. I was really rooting for him. I actually got super pissed off when I saw blue smoke come out of his car. What was it, No, it was the year before, 2016. Wait, 2016?
Uh-oh, Dorset needs to shit.
No, it was last year's Indy 500, the 2017 one. My bad. I
always find it amusing when you become a Twitch.
Who are you talking about, Indy?
Wait, who am I talking about in Indy? Oh, Alonso,
Oh yeah.
when his engine exploded. I like going to. Yeah, F1's YouTube channel has done very well over the years, but I'm disappointed that this season there has been no Grill the Grid yet. I love Grill the Grid, where they quiz the drivers and the team principles.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one will always be like the one where they grilled the Ferrari team principal Maurizio Arrivabene, because
I find
he's
it's-
actually a really good guy.
I find it so amusing when you switch to hard or easy from hard, because once you get to here, it's like it's a fucking cakewalk.
Dude, the gap is
I
like
might-
34 seconds.
I know. I honestly might just set it to medium once I'm done with the SUV races, and probably just leave it at that, so I'm not like constantly redoing races and stuff.
I want to see Leclerc in a Ferrari seat. So do I. But I think he needs more time to learn, because I think
Unless-
even he said that.
Unless people want me to do the this next URL race in easy just for this one time,
Well,
because
for shits and giggles.
just for shits and giggles. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I only just switched it because I was just having trouble doing that race with the SUVs, and it's just like ugh, I don't want to keep doing this over and over again. Because I've been on stage 4 long enough. Stage
well,
5 is going to be even fucking longer.
He had that controversy with your internet provider.
find any crap in this place.
So,
Like I've been streaming for about nearly 3 hours now. Nearly, at least.
for some reason, the update
Halo 4 Master over on YouTube. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to HG Beach. I still need to get a dedicated YouTube subscription sound, because I use the same one for when someone subscribes to me on Twitch for the first time. I need to change that. I'm just trying to think of good sounds and stuff.
I need to figure out a way to set up an overlay on my PS4, because you can't do it with the PS4 itself.
Overlay? What, on a PS4? What?
No, like being able to stream connect a PS4 to like a PC and then set up an overlay.
Oh, PS4 remote play or a capture card.
I need a capture card. Shit.
Either one of those.
Why not?
Either one of those two works.
Does like a USB capture card work by any chance?
If it can record it, if it can record a PS4, then yes.
Like a Razer? Well, I'm talking like a Razer Ripsaw, for example.
I don't even know what that is.
Never heard of it.
I guess I gotta Google it real quick, because I want to be able to have an overlay and make my streams more engaging, but I can't because I'm streaming directly off a console.
The thing to keep in mind, in my opinion, is that in terms of overlays, you don't really need to go too crazy to have something good. I mean,
No,
you
have simple notifications and stuff.
Yeah, like you see mine there. Mine just has like
Yes.
my YouTube, my Twitter, my
donor and all that.
my donation goal, and then all like the top donor, last follower, last subscriber, last donor, and that's all I need. I don't really need anything more than that, and apart from just my Twitch
I think
chat. And
mine
then
would just have the chat and notifications for like donations and subs and follows and all that, and hosts.
yeah, and
That's it.
I like it because it's really clean, because it's.
I mean, if it's... I looked it up. If your capture card, works with OBS, then there you go.
Well, the Razer Ripsaw should.
Well, there you go.
I want to
1080p,
get
60 FPS.
I want to get a new capture card at some point. I want to get an Elgato HD 60 Pro.
Razer Ripsaw captures your game footage as uncompressed raw data and streams it on with near to zero latency over USB 3.0. No screen tearing, no artifacts, just ultra smooth streaming.
Then again, I know the HD 60S also does the same thing, and that's USB. I might just get the HD 60S because and I don't have to worry about plugging it directly into my computer. But I can also understand the appeal of having that as well.
The Ripsaw also has a mic jack and auxiliary port, so you could plug like your phone in and play some music over the stream.
Right.
It also supports Nintendo Switch, PC, Razer Forge TV, Xbone 360, PS4, PS3, and Wii U.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it's designed to work with industry leaders like OBS and XSplit.
I use Streamlabs OBS.
Streamlabs is OBS?
Yep.
Wait. Oh, okay. Because I use Streamlabs to run in the background, but it never pops up in my stream because, you know.
That fucking Hummer is just dead.
Oh. There's a problem. The Razor Ripsaw is very expensive.
How expensive?
$180.
That's not expensive.
That's a little up there.
I don't know capture cards really well, so
My Elgato, when it was brand new, was 150.
Yeah,
And it-
it's like good.
I mean, if I wanted an HD60 Pro or HD60S, it probably would cost me 180 or something.
I'd probably just have to figure out how to stream stuff, like how to set things up, because like.
But yeah, I do eventually want to get one of those newer ones because my eventual goal is to just make everything become HDMI. I mean, there's a adapter for the PS2 that can do that, which I should get. There's also one for the Wii, which I should get. There's one for the Dreamcast, which I need to get. There's the PS4 and Xbox 360 already have it. There's one for the original Xbox now that does HDMI.
Yeah, the HD60S is on Amazon for $160 US.
Yeah. And I would recommend it because it's because having used the old Elgatos, like I find that Elgato products are very good.
Yeah. Hell, I'm still using the Game Cap HD, mostly just because of the whole component cable thing.
I'd probably just
Damn.
use the Razor Ripsaw because I'm used to Razor products.
I don't
Aside
like
from
Razer. I don't trust Razer that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I have their headset, and it's been going for about a year now. Still runs really well.
The thing with the PS2 on HDMI is that little adapter thing that's been sold. All it really is it just takes the component signal and convert it to HDMI. So, but the reason I want to get it is just because it's a much easier thing. Because instead of all those red, green, blue, and then the red and white audio, it's just one cable, and it makes it easier. That's why I want to get it. But I also need to be careful because I've heard that quality-wise, it depends on which one it can depend. I've heard, so I'd have to be careful.
I wonder how it would be to set it up.
On a Canadian Amazon, $198 for the HDS or HD50S.
Yeah, that's like what 150 US or something.
Yeah, like 100. It's 160 US, 200 Canadian on Amazon.
Yeah, that's relatively good for a capture card like that. But yeah, it's like the reason I want the HD60S is just because it's USB and also because it has zero latency, basically, because USB 3.0.
Wait a minute. Does the PS4 have 2 HDMI ports?
No, the PS4 has one. Unless
the Ripsaw has 2 ports.
yeah, so does my old Elgato.
And outport.
HDMI in and HDMI out. Because that's how it works.
I'd have to have like one of those, I guess I'd have to have one of those like splitters.
No,
it'll come with an HDMI cable when you buy it, I'm sure.
No, it's got
thing you do
well,
is
like
you plug the HDMI cord from your PS4 to your capture card, and then you plug your capture card into your PC, and that's how you get the PS4 signal to your PC.
Yeah, the HDMI out is what the HDMI out is. You basically put the cable that goes from your capture card to your monitor, or your TV. That's what that is about. It's pretty
what if I'm
simple.
on a laptop?
You just use it to USB then.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Razer Ripsaw has like zero latency or something, then they should be fine.
I hope so. That's
also one of the reasons.
That'd be my main reason to get it.
It's also one of the reasons I want to get the newer Elgatos because there's no latency. I wouldn't have to worry about switching sources.
Explain that incorrectly.
What?
The HDMI out goes to your TV, not your PC, and then you plug in the capture card to the USB PC port.
Okay. Well, no. Wait. So one HDMI to
So the HDMI from
TV. Okay, so capture card goes into TV and PS4.
What?
Is what you're saying?
Basically,
It's got
with the capture card, hang on, let me look up the what is it? The Razer Ripsaw.
Yeah, Razer Ripsaw. I saw a video on how you plug it in. It's like, I assume there's one HDMI that's connected to the TV. You plug that into your Ripsaw.
Yes.
The other one then... Oh, there's a hydrator bot. It's working.
Hey.
I guess it was working this whole time and I just hadn't realized.
Also...
Actually, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's the first
how's
time
my
I've seen
stream?
it.
How's my stream been doing for 3 hours? Wow, 3 hours and no dropped frames.
And one HDMI goes from the PlayStation to the capture card, and then the main one goes to the PC.
But yeah, I'm
USB.
USB goes to the PC.
man, I'm
Right.
just gonna guess though. I'm just gonna guess though that it's like I probably was what I'm guessing was the case was that it probably worked. My internet was probably, like I said, I was having issues, but I've noticed the last couple days it was actually doing a little bit better. I'm thinking what happened was Rogers probably was in the area and they've just fixed the lines up for the area, I guess, and that might have been what did it.
And to answer Speedborough's question, what sports do you like? I usually like hockey right now, but hockey season for me is over, so yeah.
Hockey
It
season
ended
for me usually doesn't end until the Stanley Cup is done.
I mean, yeah, I'm still keeping up with the Capitals, but I'm not watching the games.
I have a very simple mentality for me most of the time.
Yeah,
Hockey fun.
Yeah.
it's a
Well,
good sport
that
because,
and usually anyone but the Bruins.
the Bruins do have that one
I am with you
on their team.
Anyone but
It has that face licker guy, guy who I question if he's actually gay or not. Brad Marchand.
Yeah, Marchand. I mean, hey, at least it's not the Anaheim Ducks.
The Ducks
If there's
haven't
any
really
team-
been anything interesting since Teemu Selanne retired.
Exactly. Well, no, they're just cheap and dirty. Ryan Kessler. And racing is mainly my go-to sport, but here in North America, I like watching hockey. As long as Gary Bettman doesn't get involved and tries to rig the game, then yeah, it's worth watching.
Which some people usually have conspiracy theories that he does.
I'm sure he does. Why is Vegas doing so good aside from team chemistry? Why is their expansion draft so relaxed compared to, let's say, Nashville's in 1998? Nashville's expansion draft, they barely got jack shit. We had to build from the ground up. And Vegas they just raped the whole team, the whole league of everybody. Like, they got Marc-Andre Fleury, James Neal, and so forth. They even got the coach from the Florida Panthers, who got thrown under the bus. Yes, so I mean, good for him to get another opportunity.
Oh, there he is, finally.
There's Weirdo.
After 3 hours, he finally gives 5 bits about sport ball.
Flexor is just like, I don't watch sports.
You watch me play a video game, a pretend cars.
Yeah, Vidgigam.
Home run.
See, I'm surprised because I mean,
Thank you.
I'm not trying to be like offensive or anything, but Reflexor, if he's actually Japanese, I'm surprised he's not like watching
Dorset,
baseball.
I hate to be rude sounding Dorset, but why are you so worried about how Angel's doing in my stream? It's like if you
fuck him.
if you want to ask like if you want to ask how he was, like, why don't you go ask him personally instead of in my stream? Because that just seems a bit like, it's nothing against him on us, obviously, but it's my stream. It's like it just kind of, I don't know, to me it just kind of seems a little rude.
1 year anniversary of being an affiliate, that's what the stream was all about. But this is Thunder stream, so I guess move on.
I'm glad he had his 1 year anniversary stream, and I'm hoping it was a good stream. It's just like,
It looked like it did well.
why is it like the first? Why is it like he comes in and then you immediately ask about him in a stream that isn't his? It's like, what?
Hey,
I don't-
Thunder.
I think we should just forget about it.
Hey,
What?
Thunder.
Just move on.
How's PewDiePie doing? Do you know?
God damn it!
It's only $3.99. Oh, my Japanese
I guess I opened myself up for that one. So
Had to.
But it's only $3.99, Thunder.
I mean I'm doing okay. GT Effect. It doesn't have to be about me. I was just
All
like-
about me.
I was. It's just, I don't know. It just, to me,
Okay,
it just
I got
kind of
you,
rubbed me the
Reflexor.
wrong way.
I got your Reflexor. You just changed your name because, nerding out, I suppose. But like I was going to say, that's something I find bizarre about Japan. Is that we watch football and basketball religiously here. I don't, but it's just an example. Japan over there, like, they watch baseball religiously, and they take it really seriously. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they created, the Japanese have great baseball players, like mainly Ichiro Suzuki. Like, that guy was amazing. I'm not sure how he plays now, but you get the idea. I don't know how they do it.
But yeah, like, that's like the interesting thing is, like, just for the shits and giggles, I put this on easy, and I'm just like, they're not even fucking close now.
Oh god, terrible soulfly song incoming. What kind of music should I listen to while I'm watching this stream?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't help. Name something.
Meshuggah.
I'm speaking of which, there is Meshuggah right there. I think I will listen to the Obsin album. Very great album.
How is my phone dead for? What?
You mean how long was your phone dead for? Probably like 2 hours.
I would have just said yes, because I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, just say yes. But yeah, like, Japan is that one country that's so weird, yet you can't help but admire them because of how technologically organized they are. It's amazing, honestly. Like, I look at some of the food and restaurants you find in Japan on YouTube, and it's like, man, I want to go to Japan just to look at that.
Your English seems okay, Speed Bro.
Oh, I guess it's not his first language. I wouldn't have noticed if it was not
I've known people.
language,
I've known people with worse English, so.
Yes.
I've known people with worse English that has that. As
For somebody whose English isn't their first language, it is very good.
That has that as what?
Said I've seen people with worse English when that is their first language.
Exactly. Like, a lot of my really early
People
posts
on
on the internet
Instagram.
were really bad.
That too. People on Instagram, Vine, social media in general.
Mm-hmm.
I heard there's a twat with a green hat still in Japan. Wait, what?
No.
I don't get the joke.
Logan Paul.
I'm from. Oh.
I am from 13-year-old Brazilian is good. Huh?
13 from Brazil.
I think he means he's 13 from Brazil.
That's what I was thinking too. He's like,
So Portuguese is his first language.
yeah, it's like, it takes a bit of, like, I imagine when you get older, you'll get more used to speaking the English language or typing it if you subject yourself to it enough.
Yes, reading and typing, it's kind of a different thing compared to speaking it. Not only that, but English is a complex language if you think about it, with all the adjectives and pronouns.
English is one of the most difficult languages because of all those little things.
Adjectives, nouns, pronouns, verbs, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, a lot of
Yeah,
people,
that-
want to say, "Oh, English is easy once you learn it." It's like, you
No,
gotta
it
keep
isn't.
in mind all the little tidbits, which makes it actually really hard.
It's like learning Spanish with like ending your words with o, as,
Yeah, it's
amos,
like
or
Reflexor says
or-
there. English has many weird rules and words that sound the same despite being spelled differently.
Yeah, like there and there, there and there. That's probably the best examples. There and there.
So who, apart from Speedbro here, does not speak English as their first language? I want to say Okay. I want to say Reflexor maybe because of the Japanese font, but it could be wrong.
I don't think he said.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. Speed. Don't worry about it. You like it. It's like you.
Question. Not really.
It's like you said. It's like you said. It's not your first language, and you still do better than people I've known.
Oh God, GTFX.
Australian.
So
You know, it's
basically
funny.
Your only word is Clint.
your only word is like cunt and Falstas. No, not really. Never mind. Kiwi. No, but the thing is though, is like
Kiwi.
the thing is though, is like I remember one time I was on my Facebook. I guess I still have a Facebook, but it's only to lurk. And one of my old friends, like, apparently you can do Q&As on Facebook now. And this one of my old friends, like, she was like one of my favorite languages, and she wrote Australian. I'm just like, what? Your favorite language is Australian?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was born in the U.S. I don't speak it. Oh, Google Translate. Okay, I'm an idiot.
Don't worry. I mean, I can kind of. I don't speak a lot of Japanese. The only one I can speak is the typical "omae wa mo shinderu."
I want to learn
Or-
Japanese at some point.
I know some words in Japanese, like typically Yakuza is pronounced, or like typically called Yakuza in Japan, Gokuro, which is like a rough it's like a rough translation of dragon, or something like that. And from Yakuza, I learned some Japanese words from Yakuza. Like, for example, Buruseta is like a business where like high school girls sell their lingerie used to people, to crazy people, you know. Like, there's that, and like Ryuga Gotoku means like a dragon and all that, you know, that stuff. Omae wa mo shinderu, and no, yeah, exactly. That's like the only Japanese I know is Omae wa mo shinderu and Nani.
Fuck.
You know, it's funny. I think the Yakuza studio actually did make a Fist of the North Star game in the Japanese market. I don't know if it's going to come to the States or not, but I hope it does. Because I've always wanted to watch Fist of the North Star, but I don't know where to look for it.
Somewhere. It'll be somewhere.
I want to watch Kenshiro, damn it.
Just Google it, Dad.
But what if I don't use Google? I use DuckDuckGo.
Then
Well,
duck,
then,
duck,
I
go
guess
it, Dad.
Lost cause.
Japan was always crazy, and that's why everyone there is happy. Exactly. They get a whole bunch of cool stuff like that. You can, like, they in Tokyo, they used to have vending machines that sold bra and panties that were used. And a bit of what Dio says after he says the world. Oh God, Zawarudo. Oh wait, isn't that from Yakuza 0? It was that song about breaking it was breaking the world. It's so broken English. No, like seriously, Callum, like a Fist of the North Star game actually does exist in Japan, and it's made by the team who makes Yakuza, and the Sega team, and it's called I think it's called Hakuro ga Gotoku, or Fist of the Dragon.
Alrighty, so that is stage 4 finally fucking done.
You only won by 40 seconds.
Only 40 seconds.
Also, it is my birthday tomorrow.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday. Fist of the North Star has a mainly bisexual character. Yes, it does.
So I basically unlocked the second half of Cole Harbor.
I never understood why they did that. Like, they locked the west portion away. Because that was like the best part.
I don't know.
They had more or less map than.
Oh, dude, engine accents, engine neon, engine.
Engine neons that are going to cover in dirt and dust anyway, so the line doesn't shine.
New inventory in the car lot. DVD cover, DVD cover,
Nissan
DVD
Skyline?
cover, DVD cover.
Nissan Skyline in the car lot?
Well, you can find out.
Hang on, what kind of DVD, what kind of magazine
All right,
covers are those?
hang on.
Oh, never mind.
So there's the 4 special events because DVD covers, because I have the visual rep thing turned off because fuck, I don't want that shit. There is currently 4 available circuits. Oh, but for the time being,
Nice.
4 drags, 4 drifts, 4 sprints, and 4 street crosses. So I guess there's like 4 for each, but that's gonna probably change during the time we get into this stage. And I think at this point is also when I'll just leave it on medium from this point. Also, there's the fact that there's going to be 10 secret events that I need to find as well.
Oh yeah, there's those too.
Okay, and I just need to get my ass over to a car lot. Please don't die.
Too late.
Shit. bet. I'm about to find out what car I'm about to find out what car I unlocked. Hopefully it'll be a good car.
It's probably the R34.
Possibly.
Without a doubt. You might as well just go ahead and buy one because, you know, RB26 with a Tesla ETS and super high cast steering.
Oh!
Although the R32 I still think was the better car.
Alright, let's take a look at what's in stock. And it's not the Skyline, it's the Lancer.
Some interesting and scary facts. Some girls here in Brazil are pregnant at the age of 14. Well, I guess that's... Actually, you know what? I think there was a film I watched that actually depicted that in one bit. It was called City of God. It's regarded as one of the best films of all time. Oh, you don't like the Evo? Although it's not the Evo 9.
As much as I really want to drive the 3000 GT, so I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Because I really like this car. I'll probably wait till I'll probably end up getting the Skyline because I am a bit of a Skyline dude, bro. Not really a dude, bro, but you know, you get it.
The Evo 9 was carbon. The Evo 9 looked more complete, honestly, than the 8.
Same.
The thing I like about the 3000 GT, even though aside from the fact that it's a boat car, but the fact that it is it's got the 6G72 in it. Great engine, by the way. Although I think the 3000 GT in this game is the one that's stripped out of the electronics and everything because, you know, the economic
hang on.
Japan.
I gotta stop this car for a second.
Am I correct?
Is it just? I don't know if it looks. Why does it for some reason either the badge or something about the car just looks off center?
I think it's the badge.
It's the badge.
Also, I think this is the 3000 GT without the active aero and everything, because like they stripped all the electronics off at the time of this body style of 3000 GT. So, because you know economic bust in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, well, no, that's when the 3000 GT became so like it had no purpose because its purpose was to be revolutionary and sophisticated. All of that is gone and thrown out the window by the time the Japanese economy tanked.
That's why I said that it was a shame.
Yes. It was basically just an overweight boat that served no purpose because, you know, it was basically a heavier Evo. That's all it was. It was a heavier Evo with twin turbos. But it was a fantastic... I'm going to go ahead and still say, even though this is the bare bones 3000 GT, it still has an excellent body style.
Remember, the car is heavy.
Yes. Do you know Nutella? You mean the peanut butter spread? I've never had it before. Yes, I said it.
There have I.
Hello, tuner.
Yeah, the hazelnut spread. Not peanut butter, hazelnut.
There we go. Car's gonna go be all fast now.
I think that's the reason why everybody went and ate Nutella like earlier in the decade. It was so hipsterish because peanut butter was so mainstream. It's like, oh, hazelnut. It's like, oh, geez, people, come on.
Oh, nut.
Finna nut.
You can't spell nutrition without nut.
You can't spell nutrition without dick.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go to body. Nutella is just legitimately good, though. I quite enjoy it. I also quite like Nutella.
Never had it.
It's good. Thank you, Eagles of Garuda, for the host.
Hey, it's combat.
Yeah, I don't really.
I'm not sure if it's just me or are the bumpers taking the Mitsubishi badge off?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I didn't even know host. For some reason, the host button ain't showing up for me anymore. Did they like update the website again?
I guess. So many spoilers to choose from.
80 kilos of Nutella. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
I would say, but why? But you do.
But why?
Why have you done this?
Nani?
80 kilos of Nutella. Jeez. Are you trying to make it look like the VR4?
No, I'm just trying to put things on it that I think look nice on the car.
I mean, like the VR4 package at the time, I think had the bigger rear wing. Had like that massive park bench on the back.
Oh, right. Well, the wing, yeah, I won't lie. That one is what. That one was intentional.
I remember in Gran Turismo 3, like whenever the AI was in the 3000 GT, they'd just lose the race right off the bat in last place. It was so slow. Sad, really, because the 3000 GT was a good car.
The land lights don't look too bad. It's just hard to tell because the game's so fucking overbright.
Yep. That creeper wing is pretty close to the combat wing. Keep it. Yeah, somebody's saying to keep the light stock. Then again, a lot of people on YouTube get hate for their videos.
Actually, kind of like
For example, the Paul brothers.
Logan Dick. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just keep the standard ones on.
See, I just love how Logan Paul just became a giant meme. Like somebody photoshopped Logan Paul freaking out into a picture of Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, supposedly hanging himself. If for those of you that don't know who Frank Reynolds is, it's Danny DeVito. Gotta have that Thunderbolt exhaust. The exhaust as big as your head.
Yes.
Do they have TE-37s?
Shit, I should have checked that, shouldn't I? Have I?
Yeah. Oh wait, you already left the shop.
It's okay. I can just quickly go in and check.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you're on PC.
Oh,
Yeah, he wasn't in an
no.
M&M's commercial, and he was basically a clean Frank Reynolds.
There's no TE-37s. Volk SF Challenge, GTC, GTN, Forged Mag Mesh, GTP, and GT7.
Did you not check Ray's?
Race is not even available.
Oh. Damn.
Okay, graphic shop next. Yeah, I am putting quite a bit of my money into this car. I just wanted, you know. I might still get the Skyline, but the thing is, I think everyone kind of expects that. So I wanted to get something that people might not have expected. Hence why I have the GTO here.
Like, that ain't no GTO. GTO, I remember, was a Pontiac.
Yes.
You wouldn't put your dick on a car.
Sure. I mean, you could if you really wanted to. Okay, I gotta be honest. I really like this blue.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I always like using metallic colors on the Underground too.
Shouldn't.
I just looked over to the left-hand pane on the Twitch website, and the first thing I see is recommended channels. Dr. Disrespect.
That is
No.
disrespectful.
Well, I mean, he gets mocked all the time. Like when he's playing Fortnite, people find out where he's playing and they kill him, and then it turns out, oh, the person that killed Dr. Disrespect, his name is Dr. Disrespected Wife.
Yes.
That's what you get for confessing that you cheated to your wife. Oh, I see you unlocked the rapper liveries, or you debugged them.
Extra options is a nice mod.
Mock for disrespect. I still think the disrespected wife gamer tag was probably the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And all the meme pages on Facebook were like, "Bruh, who did this?" At least the good ones.
Yeah, health. I'll just go with that.
Yeah, they're only available through, like, the debug liveries are only available on mod. Because they decide not to put the rappers' liveries into the game, into the actual game for some reason.
I mean, they are technically in the game. They're used. It just says
Yeah, they're in the
bonus
code,
cards.
but yeah, you just can't see them.
So I don't mute again, or is he just not speak?
I would have put a Snoop Dogg livery on that 3000 GT as a joke.
Oh, there he is. Hi. Alright, specialty shop, and then that car will be good for now. Yeah, I do like the fact that I got this car, because it feels different to have something that's not what everyone expects you to get. Let's see here. Pulse me. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with the rest of it, to be honest. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do a few things in this stage for this bit, and then I will likely call off the part. I'll likely and call it the end of the stream, but I'll do the special events first and stuff.
Shit.
No, there's not a way to get bonus cars in the game without cheats, as far as I know. Actually, no, you could get sponsorship cars like Burger King and Singular Wireless cars, but I think that's it. Right? Like you could get a Burger King Escalade or something like that. I don't remember.
Good job, me.
Anyways, me go now do stuff. Okay, bye.
What are you gonna do? Your thing? Your strums? Yeah. Okay. I might be in later. I don't know.
I'm gonna be playing Rainbow Six Siege later with some friends.
Oh boy, shooty thing!
It's better. Hey, it's better than Call of Duty and what's the other one? Battlefield. I enjoy Rainbow Six Siege, just not this season.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, well that one was easy because I didn't have. It was just be at the spot.
Winged Fury. Like, yeah, the irony there, because you get it because your car's got wings on it.
Yes, it's got wings.
Fuse. Rule number 1 of Rainbow Six Siege: if any of you here plan to play Siege in the near future, especially since there's a free weekend coming up, rule number 1: if the game mode is that head-on collision.
Do I use a site to conversate? No. What do you mean, like in terms of talking right now? Because I'm just using Discord.
Oh yeah, Discord. It's like Yahoo Messenger meets Skype, but it doesn't take up like half the RAM on your computer.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Yes, it is.
I use it all.
I think it's better than. I use it all the time.
Yeah, the same. If anything, I kind of want to, like... If anything, if I wasn't at so many places, I would just focus my attention to Discord and whatnot. But at some point, I'm gonna, once I probably get a few projects and other stuff done, I'll probably just make it so that I have 3 tabs usually open as my main stuff: Twitter, YouTube, and Discord.
It's not too bad.
If only I could actually stick to that, which I usually don't, because I multitask with way too much shit.
Oh yeah, GTFX. If you're new to Rainbow Six Siege, especially with the free weekend coming up, if the game mode is hostage, do not, under any circumstances, pick Fuse.
Big break, it's gone wild. Jesus Christ.
Big break, it's gone. What?
I don't know.
Is this like Girls Gone Wild but with cars?
I guess so.
Dude, I remember like they used to have Girls Gone Wild ads like in the back of like car and driver magazines back in the day. It was rather funny. But I like Fuse. He shoots explosive hockey pucks that bounce off the walls like super bouncy balls, and they kill hostages. You don't want to kill the hostage, do you?
Big break gets gone wrong, gone sexual, not clickbait.
Okay, SoFlo Antonio, chill out.
I won't lie. This is me when I'm dead.
That's truck.
I couldn't think of anything.
You Paul Walkered into the back of that truck, except you weren't in a Porsche, you were in a Mitsubishi. That time.
Mitsubishi, yes.
Or as some people like to call it, a Mitsushitty. I mean, nowadays their cars nowadays are Mitsushitty.
Yeah, they're just Mitsubishi in general.
It's like, hey guys, we're gonna bring back the Eclipse. No way, are you serious? But it's a crossover. No, this sucks. Or no, which one did they bring back as the crossover? Was it the Eclipse or was it the...
Yeah, it was the Eclipse. I think the Lancer's also supposed to come back as a crossover too.
You see, Nissan, this is why you don't buy the good car manufacturers anymore, because all you do is turn them into little Star Wars tie-in products.
I don't think it's Nissan's fault. It's
you get the idea.
It's Mitsubishi trying to fucking cash in on the whole trendy craze of everything's gotta be crossover because of money.
It's what Nissan's doing. It's what Nissan's doing right now. Everything is crossovers, and it has to have a Star Wars theme to it. Like, they don't even care about the Z car anymore at this rate. A crossover Eclipse. I'm sorry, what? Yes, it does exist. It's called, I think, the Eclipse Cross or Grand Cross. It's
Eclipse
terrible
Cross
looking. It looks like that Vision Gran Turismo, the XR PHEV, the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. In other news, Ford won't make cars anymore. Nope, they'll still make the Mustang. If it isn't an SUV, a truck, or a crossover, or a Mustang, it's going in the trash. So bye-bye Fusion, bye-bye Ford Taurus. Any others? The Focus, the Fiesta. Fiesta's gone. Focus is gone.
It's a shame because I kind of wish they wouldn't do that, but
yeah, it was their only redeeming factor.
Pretty much.
A crossover is a mix between like an SUV and a minivan. Think Chrysler PT Cruiser, think Cadillac SRX. They're terrible and they suck. I actually did like the original Ford Taurus because it had a Yamaha twin cam V8. Or was it a V6? I think it was a V6. In other news, the Corvette will go mid-engine, and the new Camaro. Of course, the new Camaro's ugly. Like whoever designed the Chevy Camaro, I bet you it was the same guy that designed the Pontiac Aztec. We'll be getting the Focus Cross. You lost me at Cross. Crossovers are ugly. They're stupid. The only good one I think is probably the Mercedes AMG ones.
Yeah.
The old SHO had a V8. Yeah, it was a Yamaha twin cam V8. It was a good engine.
Anyways, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get these last few shops in the West Cole Harbor. Then I'm just gonna call it a stream because it's been like it's been nearly 4 hours at this point, and I am starting to feel a little tired.
I understand. Is there an uptime command on your chat?
What do you mean? Like how long I've been up for?
Yeah.
I can quickly find that out. It's been 3 hours and 34 minutes, almost 3 hours 35.
Oh, jeez. My mom had an SHO Taurus. It was shit. My dad had one of the newer SELs. You couldn't see out the back. The C-pillars were so thick. It could almost shrug off an RPG, but you couldn't see out of it. But yeah, everybody's going to shoot themselves in the foot when the crossover fad dies off, if it ever will.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, in my honest opinion, I think it's just a fad that's going to...
I think so, too.
Like,
I don't understand the purpose of the crossover. Just get an SUV. Seriously. I mean, I'm glad that SUV sales are at an all-time high now. Because there have been good SUVs made. Like the new Lincoln Navigators. They're actually pretty cool. Like, they're so good that Ford can't keep up with the demand of the Lincoln Navigator. A $90,000 to $100,000 SUV. Anyway, I was going to get to the point with the crossover fad. I like what Mazda's doing. Not with their crossovers, but the fact that they will not bend to the crossover fad and make half their lineup crossovers like Nissan or Ford. Mazda still has the Mazda 3, the Mazda 6. No, you can't say the RX-8 anymore for like 6 years. I think that's actually all they have. And then there's like the CX-5 and the CX-6. And of course there's a CX-3. Or no, it was a CX-7, my bad. But yeah, and Mazda... Yeah, and the Mazda 2. There's the Mazda 2.
or as I still like to call it, the Demio.
Yeah, the Demio. Or the Demio, whatever. But the thing is that's what I like about Mazda. Mazda does not bend to the trend or the fad. Hybrids? No. Crossovers? Well, they got some, but that's it. They got like 2 of them. They want to make a car that is simple, engaging, and puts a smile on your face. Like the Mazda 6. I like what Mazda does. Yeah, there is a CX-9 actually. They got a handful of crossovers, but it's not like it's not like 90% of their lineup. Mazda makes a good car. When I sat in the 3rd gen Mazda 6 at the Nashville Auto Show, I think like 1 or 2 years ago, I was just astounded. It was so simple.
I unlocked all the other parts. I can't afford them all now. Shit.
Oh man, you're broke. Mazda's design language at least looks good. Them and Volvo are the only manufacturers. Except the thing is, though, is that Volvo kind of caved to, I guess, I don't know what else to call it other than globalist design. I mean, it does stand out, yeah, but it's in some lines and angles, it looks like every other car. Mazda doesn't. You look at a Mazda and it's like, oh, hey, that's a Mazda. That looks really good. The Mazda is one of the last traditional car manufacturers in the world, in my opinion. They don't bend to anybody, and I love Mazda for that. Sure, we do not have a rotary sports car because you can't really do much to the rotary nowadays unless if it was a hybrid, which Mazda may have to cave to the hybrid craze, you know? But I love Mazda for what they do. The Mazda 6 is one of the best cars I've ever sat in. It is what the Camry should be, not a sporty identity. Oh my god, that crash. Whoa. It shouldn't, like, the Toyota Camry right now is too trendy looking. It's trying to appeal to the youth, looking like a sports car when the Camry was just meant to take people from point A to point B. It was a good family sedan. Now it's not. It's a family sports sedan for some reason, or at least it tries to be.
It's a car that does car things.
The Mazda 6 is a Toyota Camry done right. And I love Mazda for that. Aside from the diesel model. I tried that one in Gran Turismo Sport and I was thoroughly disappointed. Yeah, Mazda is an honest car brand, and I like that. Hybrids are very confusing. They are, but once you learn how they work, it's not that bad. The new Supra looks sad. I don't think so. It's one of the few cars, as far as I know, that kind of stuck to the concept's design cues. Remember the FT1? Mm-hmm. It kind of looks similar to the FT1. Of course, it's not as angular, but it still resembles an FT1. I do not like the new Camry. I watched a commercial for it not too long ago where they're like a family driving through the back roads, and they tried to, like, half the commercial was just an audio dub of a V6 engine, like a 3.5 liter V6. It's like, the Camry isn't known for noise. It's meant to get people from point A to point B in safety. That is it. Toyota Camry is not a sports car. Toyota US. Do your homework, Toyota. I really wish we could get the Atenza wagon and manual. We got it. Wait, the Atenza. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I think we do get the Mazda 6 wagon, but not in stick. But we do get the normal Mazda 6 in manual transmission, which is good enough for me. As much as I like station wagons, at least the good ones like Subaru and Volvo and Saab and Mazda, I guess. I have a 2011 Mazda 2. It's good. I never was a big Mazda 2 guy, but I mean, Mazda's honest to their word, so you know, I always like their commercials. None of this, you know, like real people, not actor stuff, anything like that.
I might do a few events before the end of the stream. Why not? Might as well. I'll save the secret races for the next stream though, because.
All right.
Yeah, I do want to get some money and be able to fully upgrade the 3000 GT. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. You have it needs to be fully upgraded if you want to win. Oh my god, that 350Z looks gaudy.
Oh no, that's right. I'm on a 4-wheel drive car doing 4-wheel drifting. Better make sure Arrow's not watching.
Thunder, when's the next stream?
Well, the next stream is Thursday, but that's going to be a Forza Motorsport 1 stream, probably. And then the Friday stream is going to be what I did for a while, but then I put it off to do NASCAR Rumble, because I wanted something a bit shorter. But now that NASCAR Rumble's done, I'm going to be resuming Forza 1. Because that's going to be the Thursday game. And I'm probably going to hold off until I can get this new hardware stuff to do GT3.
Right.
I'll still have to figure. It's something I'm planning on doing because of something in my grandpa's will that he left for us when he passed. Like his house needs to get sold, and from what we've heard, what I've been told, is that when he left in his will for that when the house is sold. He wants all the grandchildren, which includes me, to receive some of the money that house got sold for, which in our case is $5,000 each.
Oh, you could build yourself a good PC with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm probably gonna use up to about half of it because I want to save the rest of it.
That'd be a good idea to build a whole. Well, you're gonna build a whole new PC from the ground up.
Well.
Or are you just going to upgrade what you have?
I've been debating about it. I kind of do want to change a lot about my computer, so I might just build it from the ground up, to be honest. And then I can just sell off my other parts to get some money back for it. Like I'll probably give my GTX 1060 to LRC or something because he wants it, and probably the 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM as well.
Right.
And then I'll probably just put up like online somewhere like my CPU and the PC case and everything.
Right. Franco Satsujinki said, so about Call of Duty Rally 3 in case it won the poll, which version is going to be played?
Well, it's probably a PC version if I can get it working. And keep in mind, I'm only that thing is I'm gonna leave that open until probably till Friday, just before Friday, this Friday stream, to figure out what I'm playing. Okay, so I have Bilstein or Koenig. So what do I want to do? One drag, one sprint, and one street cross, and then one drift, one drag, and one circuit.
I just say Bilstein because they make good chocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bilstein, honestly.
Yeah, and they sponsor Mercedes.
That too. Plus it helps me. There we go. I got the sponsor I got the signing bonus, which I can use that to put a bit into the car again. It's gonna be a bit before I can fully get this done up, I think. But
yeah, Franco, I played Colin McRae Rally 3 on PC and PS2, but with PC, I played on unintegrated graphics, and it played fine. Just had to map my PS2 controller out and everything, because I wasn't going to play it on the keyboard anytime soon. I got all A licenses called on GT1. Now is the IA license. Help me. Oh god, the IA license. Wait, this is GT1, not 2.
Hey, the car is now fully done up.
Hey, that's good.
I might work with some. I might just do a thing off screen to give myself a bit more money, so I can also do the same to the other cars like the RX-7 and the Corolla and the Escalade.
Yeah, that's the only Gran Turismo I never played. It was Gran Turismo 1. Aside from the concept games, of course. I tried to play Gran Turismo Concept on PCSX2, but my CPU said no to it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But yeah, I mostly want to do that. Actually, let's do an out. I'm gonna feel like doing an outrun. Let's see how this car gets on, especially with like medium difficulty outrun opponents.
Maybe you should dyno tune it as well while you're at it.
I should at least show that off, but I am not good with doing dyno stuff in this game. I've never been good with that kind of thing.
Adjusting your turbocharger and ECU was so weird with the torque curve. I never understood how that worked, but like everything else, like suspension and gearbox, was pretty easy. I think if I remember correctly, you could change like your tire's grip by adjusting the tire pressure for an arcade street racer. That's pretty good.
Wow! Nice job, dumbass.
Instead, you can only use the keyboard. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Not really. Colin McRae Rally 3, I don't think... yeah, you could use the controller for the menus. It was a little weird, but it worked. Yeah, so much for that outrun.
Okay,
I always thought the house is like near the garage, like the safe house in El Norte. I think
there
that's
was
what it was
there was
called.
stuff in stage 2 I didn't do. Apparently, it says not completed. What? I guess maybe these ones you just can't do, and you have to do them through this. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe so.
Well, I might do those. I might just do that off screen, honestly. I don't. Yeah, there's some for stage. There's some for stage 3 as well, and then stage 4. I don't know. I don't know if it's just. Maybe it could just be you have to do them through this to get to do them. I have no idea. Either that, or I'm just missing some things, or maybe some of these are for the other sponsor ones that, which could be the case actually. Now thinking about it. At least for some of them. Actually, I think that is the case. I think it's just for the ones... They're the ones that are for the other sponsors. That might be what the whole... That might be what the thing is. Like, anyways, I might as well show off the dyno thing since I haven't yet. And yeah, it gives you like all the different options for the different like the different like event types. And I'll show this off. Why not? Let's see. I'm gonna make an attempt with this.
out, bro. Turbo slam more air into your engine. More air equals more power. So get crazy and adjust the power at each RPM. I told you, this is getting big, yo. Nitrous oxide. We're going B-I-G big. This here bottled up nitrous gas gives your ride a temporary boost in power when the cool gas is ejected into your engine. Tune it up, bro.
But yeah, that's the whole thing with that. I'm not very good at doing that, so I'm not really going to touch much of it because I don't want to screw anything up with the car, so...
Ah, thunder. I found that machine head thing I was talking about. It turns out somebody was actually suplexed and knocked unconscious for 45 minutes at a machine head show.
Wow.
Well then.
Well, yeah, well then indeed. Anyways, I think I'm done for tonight because it's starting to get there, and you know I was kind of phasing in and out a little bit earlier, so I think it'd be a good time to stop for tonight. I'll be back with more around 2 next Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be getting properly into stage 5. I'll be back Thursday, hopefully for Forza 1 being resumed, and then whichever game wins for the Friday stream will be done then as well. And if there's any other streams, it's because I felt like it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first time watching your streams and you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that follow button so you can stay notified on whenever I stream again next. If you want to help support the stream, you can send donations through Streamlabs, or sending bits, or host, or subscribe, or again, even just follow. Oh, and there's links down below if you want to support through Patreon, or if you want to join my Discord, follow me on Twitter, or subscribe to YouTube. So thank you very much for coming by, and I will see you all on the next stream.